Hello.
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 How's it going?
Good.
The doing is.
Hell yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
Nice.
All right, we're supposed to ask them how they are. Huh. It's not a
I
one-way
mean-
street. Anyway, are we ready for some D&D?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And has Saf said everything she needs to say? Or?
I think so.
Cool. I mean, I guess it's my job to do a small recap of what happened last time. Right. So, last time, you guys had just slain some Goliaths and decided to head back to the ship to say goodbyes as you decide to venture further inland, chasing down this supposed ley line overlap that had been spotted or heard rumors about within the plains region. And after venturing forward for a few days, you finally came across 2 points of interest: a weird-looking mountain range and a very colorful forest. Knowing that you were hunting the plain, the Feywild that Beer has familiarity with, you decide to go for the colorful forest, as that somewhat reminded him of home. Venturing into the forest, you encountered your first strange phenomenon. A lake. Very strange, never seen one before. Beer diving headfirst into a lake, definitely assuming nothing was in it, dropped off his gear and headfirst into the lake where he struck upon something odd. A gargantuan toad rose from the lake, and instantly, instead of trying to be diplomatic, you decided to go at it, attacking, harassing this poor innocent creature whose territory you had intruded upon. After a very acrobatic maneuver by Paluna, diving from 90 feet up in the air, on the back of this giant toad, trying to flee, saving itself in its final moments, managed to strike a killing blow upon impact, and somehow surviving himself for once.
Oi, I heard that.
After returning to the pond, checking up on your fellow comrades, you encounter some strange, small flying creature that at first glance seemed to be a bunch of fairies mourning the loss of their guardian, who supposedly protected them against a spidery creature hiding somewhere in the forest. After setting up camp, trying to recover from your battle with the toad, you began noticing strange behavior from the fairies. Belongings were being swept away in front of your very eyes, and once confronted with this inappropriate behavior, they seemed to be ignorant of your needs to get your belongings back. The following day, you decide to confront them directly. The creature behaved in an interesting way, with almost mimicking a flying head. And once struck by an arrow from Paluna from the bushes, it revealed to be a larger fey dragon trying to snatch away Beer's precious flower. But mid-combat, after striking a heavy blow to the dragon, the illusory appearance of the dragon faded and revealed to be a swarm of pixies messing about, picking up whatever loot they could from you guys. But that didn't stop you. It didn't persuade you to lay down your weapons or arms. In fact, you kept on slaughtering these poor innocent creatures with an insatiable curiosity and greed. And after scavenging this weird lake with weird-looking egg structures in it, you managed to find your belongings that were swept away during the night, and proceeded onwards into the Fey Forest. And that's where we left off. The scene is yours. You're in the Fey Forest. It's early day.
All right, let's keep going. Yeah,
Yes.
not sure which way, but I'm sure we'll find something interesting.
Probably.
I wonder how
Alright.
deep this forest
You-
goes.
You have any, direction you think we should be going, Beer? Kind of just letting you take the lead here.
Let me think for a second.
Just stare at him.
Think.
That
You
doesn't
thinking,
work.
Beer?
Yeah, no. I have no idea. Let's just go this way.
Isn't that the way we came from?
Oh no. Trust me.
Hmm.
Trust him.
I'll
He's
just start
blue.
walking in the direction.
I follow along.
I summon my horse.
As you summon the horse by uttering his name,
Nightmare.
which is Nightmare. You realize it might be a bit troublesome for this horse to move his way through this narrow forest-looking terrain that seems to be closing up behind you as you venture further into the forestry. The horse is finding trouble making his way through these tight, narrow bushes and ducking under branches. And you might be thinking to yourself, perhaps you should continue on foot.
I get down from my horse. Nice try, Vladimir. And I pat him on the neck and I flip the coin.
And the horse disappears. So, who's taking the lead?
Me.
You.
Yes.
Beer. Please make a d6 roll.
Three.
Alright. As you venture in a general direction, you begin to feel a weird sensation running down your spine. It's more so a familiar feeling of Fey energy coursing through your body. More intense than what it's been since you entered this forest so far.
Oh yeah, we're definitely heading in the right direction, guys. Don't you just feel that?
No?
You know?
What am I supposed to be feeling?
Oh, it's just a sense of home. Reminds me of the Feywilds.
Considering you're the only one who's ever really lived there with small beer, we wouldn't really be able to sense home in that way,
That makes sense. But we're on the right track. I can feel it. Just a little bit more.
You continue making your way through the forest. And as hour after hour passes, you definitely feel that the sensation of this Fey energy coursing through your body is getting stronger, and it's almost guiding you in this direction. And as you enter a wooden clearing, you see faces almost as looking at the northern lights, coursing through the ground, leaping up and down in these flooded, like visible, weightless water streams bowing up and down through the ground. And at times, a small bend pokes out from this main stream of Fey energy.
Oh. That's new.
Ow, what is it?
I don't know. But it looks awesome. I think this is the place that we're looking for. All the ley lines or something. Small beer, have you seen anything like this before in the Feywilds?
Not in the Feywild, no.
But
no.
you've seen it in this world?
Well, kinda when I came out on this side, I think.
Ah,
But I didn't really think much of it.
You
It's just
think
well, you
these,
didn't.
this
You
is the
didn't think.
ley line?
I don't
I
know.
think so. Yeah. I mean, have you ever seen anything like this, Valentina, or you, Paluna?
No, I haven't.
Gonna have to rain check on that one.
Well, should probably be, a little bit cautious approaching these. I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe
Sounds
they're
like a good
dangerous.
shout.
Or...
Well, the only thing I can say, Beard, is that except knowing how to hide in a brush and climb up in a tree, I'm not really sure I get this forest. It doesn't forest like other forests, you know?
I get what you're saying. Well, maybe you could check if there's like anyone around, Paluna. You have some good eyes.
Sure. I just take a sweep around. You know,
Alright.
good old classic. Is anybody here? Is anybody there? Is anybody anywhere nearby here?
Make a perception and a nature check for me.
And a 1?
Oh, well,
And
survival
2.
check. Yeah, same, I guess. Same modifier. Nope,
No?
you're proficient in survival. Okay, awesome. Looking
No?
around,
That's
even
the thing.
though... Yeah. You're looking around even though the forest is tight around this mysterious energy around you. You don't seem to spot, and you're fairly certain you don't spot anything out of place. Looking down on the ground around this weird stream of energy, you definitely notice footsteps that are walking towards and from it. But underneath the central area of this energy, there are no footsteps.
So you just see Paluna just stand there, sort of scrubbing his chin, looking around, looking at the bushes, nothing. Then, his eyes zoom down on the foot track. And you can just see he points his finger. So it looks like someone walked to and from here, right? The track goes both ways, but it just stops right there. And Paluna points over in the direction where this purported energy field resides.
That's very
Alright.
odd.
I mean, is it? If you think about it, if that's where people, travel to the Feywilds, then they would disappear, It won't make sense.
Okay, so how should we approach this? Will this take us to the Feywild?
I don't know.
That's really only one way to find out, isn't there?
Are we sure we want to even go there?
Now that's
did
a
a-
better question.
I did ask my god, and he said I shouldn't go, but well, he didn't really say that. But
What did he say
if I,
exactly?
well, he didn't say anything. He just basically gave me like a yes or no answer. I asked him
That-
if I needed to go to the Feywild to save my family or my tribe, and he said yes, no. So didn't
That
say.
seems like the most of an answer you seem to get out of gods generally.
Right.
Do you guys remember what they said about the ley lines? Like something about the gods wanting to consume them or something, right?
I don't know if the gods wanted to consume ley lines, did they?
Wasn't it something like that?
Try
Was
to
it
remember.
continent or?
They were
it was
very
continent.
important to the
Yeah,
gods.
well, definitely continent. Do you think the ley lines might be connected to the gods somehow?
think so. Something important was
Can you talk to your god now?
there. I could try.
I mean, you're not gonna get much closer to the Feywilds other than going in.
All right, you guys protect me while I set up my ritual, okay?
Okay.
I'll start a scout perimeter.
All right.
Bear pulls out his flower and he sits down in like a lotus position and starts like closing his eyes and try to think really hard on his on the flower, like try to connect with it.
This
And
is the
some-
closest
some-
you have ever looked like to a druid in your entire life.
Yeah, exactly.
Sitting down in front of this strange energy in a lotus position, concentrating on a flower. You're feeling like you're a druid. You have definitely seen your fellow clan members sitting in the same position, perhaps not for the same purpose, but it definitely feels familiar to you. And as you're concentrating, what do you say to the flower?
Dear Oberon, please guide me in my journey. I have some questions I need to ask. But I'm a bit lost without your guidance. Please help me.
In that moment, the rest of you feel a wind sweep across the field in this open clearing, and you see Beer enter a state of sort of enlightenment, and he seems calm and taking heavy breaths. And while Beer knows he's asking his god, the rest of you don't hear a sound.
Wow, Valentina, he looks gone. I have seen people on drugs that are not that far out.
You look so peaceful.
Hmm.
Beer, you have entered your trance. What is the first thing you ask your god?
What should I ask, guys? Didn't think this through.
You think you'll be prepared for something like this? Hmm.
Well, isn't it just a should we go or not? Right? Like,
Yeah.
go in or don't go. A simple yes or no question.
I'll ask. Dear Oberon, should me and my friends travel to the Feywild?
And as you ask this question, the first leaf, or the leaf drops from your flower and lands on the ground before you. And you feel both a warm and a cold feeling in your body. You get the sense of uncertainty.
Dang it, I knew this would happen. Well, if I were to travel to the Feywilds, could I save my tribe from the danger that they're in?
A cold sensation rushes over you, giving you a clear indication of no, it wouldn't lead to a direct saving of your people.
Dang it. Last question. Is it? What,
I was about
what
to
do
you
you
could
say?
always ask, should you save your tribe?
I guess, yeah.
If your character is at all in doubt about.
No. He wants to save them.
Is it only yes or no?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, I know my last question. Is it safe for Small Bear to keep journeying with us?
Another mixed feeling rushes over your body of cold and warmth, dancing back and forth. You get the feeling that is more so up to you than anything else.
God damn it! Well, that was useless. I didn't mean it like that. Sorry. Thank you for your answers, Oberon.
At the moment you say that, you exit your commune trance and return to clarity.
Here, did you
Well-
get any answers?
No.
No?
What do you mean no?
Well, didn't get answers that I wanted. I guess I did get some answers, I guess. He said basically that we shouldn't travel to the Feywilds. So
We shouldn't.
Did he?
that's it. No, we shouldn't. But I want to go home and help my tribe. But Leda can't do that when I go to the Feywilds. So I don't know what that means. But like, are they here on this world? Oh, that's what I should have asked. Oh my god, I'm so
Here.
stupid.
You've
What?
This whole time we've been together, you wanted to go back to the Feywilds. If this
I know.
takes us there, this is your opportunity. Don't let it go to
Yeah, but
waste.
But what's the point if I can't do, what I need to do?
What do you mean?
Well, I
Well, I
saw this
think that-
vision, right, of my tribe being in danger, and I asked, like, if I could save them. And I basically got the answer that I can't if I go to the Feywild. So
Is it you can't save them from the Feywilds if you go to the
Yeah,
Feywilds? This is
if
like,
I go to the Feywilds,
Well, in that case, I think we need to. I'm gonna guess that something's wrong, right? Something's happening that's putting your tribe in danger.
yeah,
So there's
but we
gotta
don't
be.
know what.
Yeah, exactly. There's gotta be something responsible for that. And.
Well, maybe we can still go there and like find out what happened to them, and then we come back here and we solve it.
Yeah, like getting some evidence first or direction wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah,
What, did you God say you couldn't go to the Feywild to save your tribe, or did you say you couldn't
No,
save your tribe in the Feywild,
I couldn't
like from the
save.
Feywild?
Yeah. I
Well-
need to be here, I guess, or somewhere else. I don't know.
So maybe the problem itself is in this world, but to find out what the problem is, we'll need clues from the Feywild or from your tribe.
Yeah.
Or maybe your tribe is no longer in the Feywild like you, but has been transported to this
Well, yeah,
world. All of them,
That could be, yeah. All right.
right? Like,
I like that. Let's go in. If it's even
It's even possible.
a way to the Feywilds, yeah. I don't know.
let's see.
But even if it is, I'm sure we could also take it back, There
Well,
seems to be a lot of footsteps here, so
at
people
least seems
coming
to be
and
someone
going.
coming in and out. But if the Feywild's all like this, this we might get lost in there.
That's true. We wouldn't know how long of a journey it would be. You guys okay with that? Is there anything that you want to do?
I don't even know how to get out of this forest.
Oh, we just walk.
Well, I think what's it called? The best thing to do is just take a direction and go forward.
Yeah.
We're here, we might as well investigate this.
Alright. Small bear, you ready to go back?
Are you saying this home?
Maybe. I think so.
Oh, okay. So, who's home?
Good question. One way to find out.
Yeah, let's go. I'm so excited to be home.
All right, let's
So-
go.
Oh, okay. Can I hold your hand while we go through?
All right.
Thank you.
Honestly, we all should be holding each other's hands. There's no way to know where this thing's gonna spit us out if we don't.
That's a good idea.
Just
Let's
hold
form
my
a
hand,
chain.
Valentina and beer.
You all hold in a hand. And
We're skipping
collectively,
into the middle of the elegy. Like,
collectively you count to 3 and begin skipping towards this energy mass that is before you, swirling up and down and back and forth.
Are there even
that's-
like fantasy princess roses blooming under each step like it's fucking Disney princesses skipping down the road?
I guess that depends on beer. Is there? Do you druidcraft something behind you as you walk?
no.
Okay. All right. You continue walking, and as you embrace yourself right before you see the other pair of steps end, you continue walking forwards. And you continue walking forwards. And before you know it, the scenery changes. No strange feelings, nothing at all. But when both you and Paluna and Valentin look towards Beer and Small Beer, their fur seems more vibrant. Their blue is more so glowing than anything. And Beer, you feel a rush, an extremely familiar energy of being back in the Feywild. But you never felt this strong before, maybe because you have never left, or maybe because it's the first time knowingly making the transition. You're fairly certain you're back on the Feywild, back in the Feywild right now. The scenery has changed to some degree. You're still in a very lush and vibrant forest, very much similar to the one you left, almost as if the forest that you left were a small patch taken from the Feywild and thrown into the mortal plane. The sounds around you are strange, whereas you can recognize some of the sounds back in the material plane. These are extremely wild, well, to some of you. To Beer, you recognize the sound of a hunt, the sound of a animal walking through the forest, the sound of energies intertwining, creating and dismantling things in a mere instant.
Oh, baby, we're back.
No kidding. This place. Yeah. Also, have you looked at yourself?
What do you mean?
Glowing.
You've gotten bluer.
Oh, I mean, if you say so.
You're like 110% blue. Like, look at
Can't
Small
believe
Beer.
we're
Did he look
another
this blue
plane.
last time?
Oh my god.
Well, to me, he did. Yeah.
Is this
Question.
where you live, Beer? Is this your home?
It is, yeah. You like it?
So
Yeah, this is very nice.
I just have
Yeah.
one question to ask first.
Alright.
How many snakes do you guys have here?
Like, at least 5. I think.
Alright,
I don't know.
then I can just inform that I've had it with these motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking plane.
Damn,
Oh, God.
Snakes?
that's a good one. Oh, there's all sorts of beautiful, weird creatures. You'll see.
Is it safe to climb up?
I mean, is anything safe?
Well,
You'll
not
find out,
really,
I guess.
but you know, is something going to ambush me at the treetops at a regular basis?
Might be. There's
Y-
just
Paluna
surprises
just-
around every corner.
Paluna just squints his eyes at you like,
Mhm.
God damn it. You know what?
Beer,
I'm going to find the tallest tree nearby. I'm going to get to the top of it to see what I can see.
Beer, with your background as a hunter in your clan, You're definitely familiar with some trees contain either creatures or the trees themselves seem to lash out of things.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, Bear would know this, but he's not telling. He's just like
Awesome.
he kind of wants to see like what happens with
Mm.
Paluna. It's like trying to
Mhm.
figure the Feywilds out.
So,
It's kind of
Beer,
amusing
where's
too.
your house?
Well, that's a good question. Let me think. Does this place like familiar at all? Have I been here?
Make an insight check.
Then
Maybe this could look like an area that you have pursued a hunt in before, but as you know, the Feywild nature is ever changing,
exactly.
so it's hard to find points of remembrance or
Yeah.
things that you can use
Well,
as landmarks. Yeah.
I have no idea. I think we should just start traveling. Maybe we find some people that can set us in the right direction.
Okay.
Can I even like see the sky if I look up?
As you look up into the sky, that greenish materialized energy that you saw on the material plane is ever expanding across the sky. It is just forever northern lights bouncing back and forth. But you can't see a clear starry sky or sun.
What is it, Paluna?
There's nothing there, you know. I just point up to the sky. No stars. No. Like I take out my little navigation tools, which usually comes with a what's it called? The triangle thing that usually has like a little sight on it to calibrate, and it looks up at the sky like that's. There's no horizon, sun. There's not. I can't get a read on the sky on this place. I'm going to be positively useless navigating anything in here.
Oh yeah.
How did you manage beer when you lived here?
Well, you sort of start to learn how the forest moves and changes, and yeah, you just get this second like instinct basically. Like it just tells you where you kind of need to go.
And what's that
Plus, I'm
instinct
pretty good at
telling
tracking,
you
you know.
now?
Well, it hasn't let me astray so far, so we just should go in this direction.
Small bear looks up at the beer.
In my tribe, they usually use a druid to talk with the forest to guide their way home. What about you?
1 sec, BRB.
The druid is gone. Help! Help!
I'm just joking, BRB.
No, that was me last week.
Paluna just goes, well, I guess that
Guess
yeah.
it would lead us somewhere, but I'm getting really tired of walking.
Oh,
Okay,
you might as well get used to that. That's the one thing about a forest. It's just impassable on anything but foot. And even then,
Maybe if
Anyhow-
Beer turned into a bear.
well, I
I
kind
could
of
try.
want. I mean, honestly, I kind of don't want you to be here. It's easier to communicate with you like this.
That is true. Yeah. Also, what did he say? What did Small Bear say? I couldn't hear over my own coughing.
Small beer mentioned that back in his tribe they would use druid to commune with the nature around them to lead their path.
Ah, yeah. Well, let's just travel for a bit, you know, and then if we see like maybe a tree that looks really wise or like some animals, we can ask them. Okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Seems very
right.
strange.
Who takes the lead?
I'll go. Yeah, follow me.
All right.
You
He
robot?
pretends to like, yeah, I'm fine. He pretends to be like super confident, but he's kind of nervous, you know, being back and everything.
Hmm.
Trying to
Honestly,
be
my
like,
charisma is too low to realize you're bluffing. Like I am just here like, yep, this guy knows what he's doing. He's home. He is like a tracker. He knows what is going on here. I just need to follow him.
All right. Beer, can I have you roll a 1d6 once again?
yes, sir. 4.
4. After about an hour's walk, you begin to spot some tracks. Tracks that don't belong to this place. Wheel tracks that you have seen quite a few times back in Eastwatch. Tracks that narrow their way down through the mud and through the poor district of Eastwatch Citadel. But now similar tracks are appearing in this very dense forest.
Wait, hold up, guys. That's a bit curious.
What?
Don't you see those tracks over there?
They're just.
We don't
Yeah,
have,
what about
we don't
them?
use cars. Like,
Really? You sure?
really sure.
So that means
There's like not really any humans here, you know. Like,
people
Well,
from our
it-
world must have crossed.
It makes
guess so,
sense, you
yeah.
know, if people can get out and we can get in,
yeah,
other people probably walked in.
Why are they bringing?
probably follow them.
Yeah.
Alright. Following the cart tracks leading through grassy bed, wooden forest bed, and leading further into the forest, you see branches have broken down from something, seemingly have smacked straight through them, bending or completely breaking them off. Tracks partially paused by bumping over a root digging up from the ground. And after following the tracks for a few minutes, you come to a cart that seems to be stuck in a small indent in the forest bed. A cart seemingly abandoned, with a drape across it, and no horses still attached, or whatever beast of burden might have dragged this cart around.
Well, I believe we call this a clue or something unusual.
Oh yeah. Want to check it out?
I go up to, I start walking toward the cart, taking a look around it, you know, just not going into detail, but just looking at surfaces, looking at the overall thing, and if there's any foot tracks or something leading away from the cart other than the ones going the way we came from.
Alright, make an investigation check.
So about that.
You walk around the cart and you begin to see a pair of footprints, and you begin to chase the footprints around, and you realize those are your own. Being in the Feywild has completely messed your ability to navigate anything.
What? Just, you know what? Nope. I just take a seat on the cart, just put my feet on, like, oh my god, this place is awful, dude.
Just check under the sheet, like, see what's below it, Polina. Underneath the cloth.
Sure, I remove the cloth, like
Alright.
pull it back. Big dramatic flourish.
Make a perception check.
I rolled a 4, no a 3. Woo!
As you pull away the drive and you look in the car, and you see a bunch of broken small crates and barrels that seems to have been already scavenged for whatever was inside of them. But nothing that stands out.
Can I
Well,
look?
Looks like whoever ditched this place is thorough.
Can I
brought
look
with them what they
around
wanted.
the cart to see if there's any signs of struggle or what happened that it got abandoned?
Sure, make a survival check for me.
Boo.
And you should walk around the car, not looking at Paluna's footsteps. You notice a bit further away there seems to have been one pair of footsteps leading a bit away from the cart, before suddenly the outline of what can only be described as a humanoid has been pressed into the forest bed. And then the moss and the forest, like flowery and bushes, have been broken and smushed and torn up, and then nothing.
So the tracks are leading into the forest, or?
Part way, like right before a bush, so to say. And right before they enter the bush, you see like a print, the outline of a humanoid figure pressed into the forest
okay.
bed. And then surrounded by that, all the other small fauna has been smooshed and broken around it.
Alright. I point at the tracks and the outline. Seems like someone left that way.
Make a
Well, what do you know?
perception check for me, Valentina.
Mhm.
Halfway into the bush that the steps were leading towards, you notice a crumpled paper-like object.
I walk over to it and crouch down and pick it up.
As you pick it up and begin to unfold the paper, you realize it's a letter that hasn't been quite opened yet.
Does the letter
Luna
say
takes-
any? What?
Luna comes over with the letter opener, you know, his giant oversized letter opening knife, and just goes like, "Ooh, what do we
Hold
have
on.
here?"
I try to see if this says anything on the outside of the letter.
No text.
I opened it.
As you open it, nothing happens. You spot a small letter inside of it.
I pull out the letter and unfold it.
Reading the letter, it details a merchant who heard rumors about war brewing and decided to liquidate all his belongings. And then the last words are, "I will find new hope at Eastwatch Citadel." And that's it.
Oh boy.
You can just
He's
see
a bit far
Paluna
from
just
home.
Read it out loud to the audience.
Paluna's nose just goes like, "I smell money involved."
It's clearly already all gone because they looted his cart, so
Well,
poor fellow must have made a wrong turn somewhere, you know?
Why did he end up here, though? Or did he come from here?
I think no, he definitely ended up here. Look what it says. It says he was going to plan to go to Eastwatch. That at least tells us that, you know, this is his plane. This is not his own plane, right?
Right.
Yeah, plus it's written in common, right?
Yes.
Mm.
So usually we
Are
either
you saying
speak
that
like
that language
in...
is uncommon here?
No, we use it. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to
Okay,
know, talk with you guys. But
I point towards the
if
bush.
it was from someone from here, it also could be like
Should we follow
Sylvan
this
or
trail?
like Elvish or... Well,
Or do we follow this trail?
what trail? It ends with that guy being smushed in the ground. Or is there anything past that?
I don't know. Could go forward and see if we find anything.
Yeah, alright. Let's look around a bit. See if we can see anything else.
Works for me.
I walk towards the
Follow-
bush place and try to get through the bush and thorns and stuff, whipping them out of the
Right.
way.
Making your way through the bush that was the general direction of the footsteps, you definitely begin to find traces of clothing that has been ripped apart. And you followed a few meters more, and the clothing pieces gets bigger and bigger, and some are now covered in blood. And there are no traces of whoever the owner was. And it just ends.
Do we
Can we
see
still see
any
the cart
animal
from here?
tracks?
Beer would be able to look over the bush you walked past, but Valentina and Paluna no.
Wow, that was. Just look back. It doesn't feel like we've traveled very far, but whoever this was violently died.
Yeah, that. If you're not careful, that tends to happen here.
Really?
Let
Yeah,
me
then
look
again-
now for some like animal tracks or something. You know, see if I can see anything.
Good shout.
Used to
I'll
hunt
try
these
looking
animals.
around as well.
I'll look around to
Alright.
see if we can smell the scent of blood anywhere.
Beer, make a. That would be a survival check, and same for you, Paluna.
Oh no.
25.
There you go.
Yeah, you're also observing Valentina awkwardly walking around sniffing into the air for something. Meanwhile, Paluna, you're like tracing the area around where this track ends with the ripped clothing pieces that Valentina's nose should definitely have picked up on by now because they're somewhat covered in semi-old blood. Looking around, you see no obvious traces of a beast that would have hunted a person. It seems as if the person has just disappeared in this very spot, along with whatever was assaulting him or her.
I look up at the trees, see if I can find anything there. That can also be
It's
from above.
it's like whoever died here just nothing on the ground did this at least, yeah.
I don't know if anyone
Nope.
died here. Maybe he was kidnapped.
I mean, maybe, but that doesn't
Here.
Well,
really
wouldn't
look
that-
like a kidnapping, does it?
No, it doesn't.
There's not a body, and there's certainly not enough blood.
You would be
Yeah.
the expert in that subject.
My guess is something attacked this poor fella, ripped his clothes to shreds, and then picked it up and brought it to his lair or something to eat it. That's my guess. I don't know,
Ooh,
but
what kind of
I
creature
don't see
would
any
do that?
tracks. Well, there's so many, you know.
Really?
Oh yeah, it could have been like an owlbear or like a hippogriff or like a fey dragon or I don't know. You want me to keep going?
Yes.
Kinda, but I have a feeling that you're not gonna
Alright.
stop if you keep going.
Could have been like a displacer beast or like a basilisk or like
Wow.
a griffin or manticore, like some naga, like a Pegasus. I guess they wouldn't really attack me, but maybe if they got angry, like
Do I know any
maybe
of these
some
creatures?
trolls, maybe a wyvern. I don't know. He's going like listing up all the creatures that he knows of.
You make an insight check, and Valentina, you make a history check.
10.
Yeah, Bea, you just keep mentioning beasts that you not necessarily have hunted, but you definitely heard could lurk about.
Yeah.
And you've been taught to be careful of certain signs whenever you were out hunting for the general beasts in the area. Valentina, clueless. These names are just names. They could be your neighbor.
Are these friendly, or they must not be friendly if they take the victims to their lair and eat them? What do they look like, Beer? Are they blue as well?
Some of them. But some of them are like brown, or like green, or like different shade of brown.
Valentina is currently just imagining all of these creatures just look like beer, like furbolgs, just in different colors.
Furbolg are just these like walking giants that are just swole as fuck, and is basically just Skittles the race.
Pretty
It's
much.
like swole Care Bears.
So is it
And
only the
Beer also has a
furbolgs that are
brand.
nice?
No. There's plenty of nice things here.
Does furbolg take people to their lairs and eat them?
I feel like
No.
you're imposing your vampire tendencies
No,
there
I'm
a
just
bit,
asking
Valentina.
since there's, these creatures in the Feywilds.
No. We don't eat other people. We eat beasts.
Right.
And
right.
bring them to your clan, which is your
Well,
lair.
yeah, we do hunt them and then bring them back for the whole tribe to eat.
So it's kind of the same
Uh,
thing.
Again, I feel like you might be,
I guess so, yeah.
trying to justify something here, Valentina.
I don't know what you mean, Paluna.
I guess we are just beasts that hunt other beasts, I guess.
I'm completely gaslighting Bjorn.
If you think about it. Aren't we all,
Yeah.
Yes, you have like a
right.
small existential crisis.
Oh no, we've been the bad guys all along. Oh no.
yeah.
Oh my god, Valentina, the queen of gaslighting, strikes again.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Anyway, let's just keep going, yeah?
Okay.
I think we'll find the beast that's responsible for this. Yeah.
Alright. I imagine you keep venturing your way forward.
Mm-hmm.
With Beer taking the lead.
Sure.
Alright.
Unless we want to track something specific, then Bia should be taking the lead.
Noted. Beer, make a perception check for me as you keep walking through.
Oh, please let me roll good for once. There we go.
Ayo.
There we go, let's go.
Beer, as you keep walking, the hours go by and you're definitely past midday at this point. And then you stumble upon some rocky looking rock. It's a rocky looking rock. How else can I explain it? In other words, it's a monolith.
Mm.
And you recognize this monolith. It is a monolith that furbolgs put out to mark their clan territory.
Oh.
And
This
as you get
is,
closer,
Go ahead.
you realize it is your clan's monolith.
Oh my god. I knew we were heading the right way. See, I told you.
What?
You just develop like a second sense for these kind of things.
What is that, Beer?
Well, that is how we mark our territory.
Wow, that rock looks so
So-
rocky.
Are we inside or
told you.
outside the territory right now?
Well, that's a good question. Would I know if I guess if you could see the markings, that would mean you were entering, I guess.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, so we're entering it now. How lucky is that we ended up so close to, my home? What are the
Yeah.
odds?
All right.
Well, it becomes a lot scarier if you ask yourself, what if it wasn't luck? But I'll take luck for now.
Oh my god. Beer's having like a second existential crisis. It's like realizing
Don't worry about it.
he's a massive pawn in the god's scheme. This is not a good day.
Yeah, I was thinking more like, that maybe all of these things, that your clan might be just a wee bit too close to the reality-altering portal? Space? Leyline connection? And that might be the source of the danger.
Hmm.
But just looking at Beer's facial expression, it could be that too.
Let's hope it's yours.
See, that's what I've
Anyway.
been saying to myself for the last several weeks.
Yeah. Before we enter, I must warn you. It could get a bit dangerous, since my tribe is in some sort of danger. We don't know what we will find there, okay? So just be on your guard.
Yes.
So what you're saying is, be ready to run at the drop of a hat.
Well, run or fight. And small bit, you stay close to me, okay?
So you're saying this is where you live, and
Yeah.
and we could end up. You know what? I'm gonna follow Poluna and do whatever Poluna does with the whole hiding in the bush. That was really fun
definitely.
last time.
That sounds like a great idea.
Beer. Do you have something that like Poluna that can like shoot arrows from far away?
Oh, hold on, I've got something. I just pull up my old short bow from my courier trunk.
Oh.
I'm not using this anymore. It got a little bit too for my likes. I needed something a bit stronger, but how big is Small Beer compared to me?
It's like a head shorter than you.
For someone with less training in the art of archery, start with this. The
Oh.
other one's a bit tricky. I sort of rustle my own.
So, do you have any arrows that I can shoot as well?
I give him like 15 arrows.
Okay, so I put the arrow like this,
And he completely fumbles how to put the arrow, pushes on the wrong side compared to his
That-
bow hand, and
How
Before
about
you
you just hide, okay, small beer?
Yeah.
Just hide.
can I practice
shooting.
at some point, perhaps?
Yeah,
have an
some
idea,
other
small
day,
beer.
okay?
When we make camp, we can do some archery practice.
Yes. I mean, yeah. Oh, that would be awesome, Luna. You know, when we first met back at the harbor, I thought you were a dick, and honestly, I wanted Beer to punch you in the face. But you're kind of nice. You
Thank you for your
like-
honesty.
Yeah. So so I don't need help doing lockpicks, but you can definitely teach me how to be sneaky and how to shoot from a distance, like hiding in the shadows and like pew. That would be so fun.
Yeah, next time, okay? If there's any danger, I want you to
Oh.
immediately hide, okay?
But you can teach me how to swing an axe when I can carry it.
Yeah, sure. We're a bit older.
Yeah.
Okay, should we
Right, no time to waste. Let's
go
go.
on? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be an adventurer.
Oh, God.
Small Beer, you should be quiet.
Oh, I'm gonna be an adventurer. La 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 la. Where are we going?
Right, Let's head inside.
So, Beer, just as we go in here, if this is your tribe's territory, you are point man. You go first, and we shut up unless you tell us to speak. Right, Valentina?
Yes.
Because maybe if we don't stay silent, they'll get slightly angry at us, and bad things could happen. So let's just be in the background and let Beer handle it.
I think back to last time I let Beer handle it on the boat. Should be fine. This is his own people.
Why do you say like Valentina is the one that's gonna talk a lot, Baluna?
It's not that she's gonna talk a lot. It's that she's gonna pick the wrong moment to start talking.
Ah,
I never
okay.
picked the wrong moment.
Every time, Valentina.
Well, don't worry about that too much. My tribe, they're pretty nice, I guess.
You guys
Well,
just
actually,
told
the
me to be
kinda-
quiet, but you seem to be yelling quite a lot. Can I yell again?
Yeah, of course.
No.
I'm gonna be an adventurer. Why are you guys quiet?
We don't know what's here, so maybe Paluna's right. Let's all try and be quiet a bit, and we'll just see what's up. I don't think my tribe is even here, so if my vision was right. So let's just go. Let's stop wasting time. Starts walking briskly towards where the camp would be.
All right. You have a general idea of where the tribe is compared to this monolith, as it is usually a straight line, like in an octagon kind of shape. And your tribe is usually around the middle, but always a bit off-skewed to prevent people from being able to know where directly to go. People that are not supposed to know where it is. Making your way through the forest, you're definitely seeing more signs that remind you of, yeah, you've definitely been in this area. This area doesn't change as much as other areas as has been kept by druids and the trees, and nature has been told to somewhat maintain a steady visual. And after about half an hour walking through a familiar territory, you begin to see a familiar open clearing of your village.
Guys, we're close. This is it. You guys see
Oh,
that?
Wow.
This place makes so much more sense than the forest. It's got roads. Look at that.
Oh yeah,
You made it home, Beer.
I did.
And as you say that, you realize the visions you have had in your dreams, and the one time where your soul left your body, it very much resembles that. Not a single familiar sight of any living entities walking around in your village.
Oh boy. Okay, how about we split up a bit and just see if you can find anything, okay? That looks like it shouldn't be. I know you guys don't know what it should be, but just look around, okay? I need to go, like, check some stuff.
There's nobody here. Is that what we'd seen? Like, nobody moving around, or?
It is weird because there are objects, like Beer has seen in his vision, produce in the process of being caught a fire that was previously ignited, which no longer is, no smoke is rising from it. But there are objects that should have been in motion, and as if snapped out of existence in an instant, has just been dropped in place. A bucket is leaning up against a well. Fish are being left to rot, seemingly open on the street. And toys that should have been picked up and put back in place are just left.
So we don't see any actual like,
Luna
living
will-
beings.
Poluna will start, at a fairly brisk pace, start almost jogging around, looking for all these signs, looking for if like there's any sign of anywhere that doesn't seem to have this like snap abandoned feeling to it.
Make a. Yeah, I don't think I have a check for you. You just
I
run
think it's-
around and.
It's perception, right? I mean, investigation if like I'm going and saying like, oh, what happened to this one hut? But Poluna is trying to just get like, is any of these places the place where something hasn't done this yet?
All right, I see what you mean. Yeah, make a perception check. As you're walking around the village at a rather brisk pace, looking around, it seems to be the same case throughout the entire village. Everything just seems to have been dropped in an instant, but there are no traces of violence having happened, no people that have been dragged across the ground. Nothing. Just
No
as if
signs of struggle.
nothing.
So,
While they are checking, I want to run to like the main hut, where like the chief of the tribe would have stayed.
All right. As you are walking through the village, I would like for you to roll a insight check.
Inside check 10.
With advantage. Try again.
Another.
Oh.
Natural one. Oh my
You're
god.
beelining for the Elder's Hut, which is located in the center,
Mhm.
more or less, of the village.
you can
Nothing.
see the amount beer rolled by if taking your thumb and putting it over the 0 and 10.
God damn it.
Anyway, as you enter the hut of the Elder, nothing seems to be out of place. There are no people around. It just seems to be abandoned.
I'll look for any papers or like scrolls or like anything that could have anything on it.
Make a perception check
Yeah.
for me.
Diary or something. Oh. 6.
Looking around, you see nothing that is out of place. But you do get a weird sensation that something is definitely off aside from the most obvious events in the city. It's as if the energy, the Feywild energy, is disturbed in some way in this place.
You feel a disturbance in the force.
Oh no, we're getting sued! I can feel it, Disney! No, don't do it! More or less.
Okay.
Actually, now that I think about it, your story arc is kind of Jedi-like.
Why?
But God, I hope not, because I
How?
should not
Well-
voice my opinions about a familiar franchise. Anyway,
It's just Beard starts out, has this grand quest, achieves mystical powers akin to his lost people, finds himself with nature and one with the world around him, returns to his home and finds it all abandoned. It has some George Lucas Star Wars vibe over it. Don't lie.
where's your? Are you Yoda? Is Smallbeer Yoda?
Yodi.
Yoda.
Small Yoda.
Small Yoda and Big Yoda. Use the force beer.
Drinking beer, I shall.
All right, and I guess
Okay.
Ignium and Gilfer Garmin was Jabba the Hutt.
Oh god. Okay,
Now I just have
Let's-
you know the what's it called? Found it. The meme of like the Mandalorian with the small Yoda going like, yes, murder. That's a small beer
yes.
and beer.
Murder.
Yes, murder.
Yeah, checks out. What have I done? Oh no. Cancel the D&D adventure. We're done here.
Run! The Disney lawyers are coming.
I had this dream once, right, where I saw like this person disappear into the ground. You remember that, Mr. DM?
Yep. You're
Do
chasing a small
I
child, and the child was pulled into the ground by some.
do I
gnarly
remember where
looking
that
hand.
was?
It was around the campfire, which is also
Okay,
somewhere around the center of the village.
I'll head to that direction, see if I can see anything when I'm there.
It's odd because the visions you had seem to almost have taken place. All the things you saw in your vision and in your dreams seem to reflect one-to-one with the reality around you here. And as you reach the campfire side, you definitely see a small toy lying on the ground where the child disappeared into.
I shout for Poluna and Valentina and Small Bear. Hey,
I head over.
guys. So, I was just thinking, what if dreams, they weren't dreams, but the stuff I saw in there actually happened? You think that's possible?
So what you're
Yeah.
saying is that you didn't have dreams but visions,
Yeah, is that possible? Is that a thing?
and you spend your time communing with a god. It honestly does check out.
Of course it's possible.
Okay, so do you think it's possible for a child to be like dragged into the ground?
Child dragged
Like
into the
disappear,
ground.
disappear into the ground?
Is
Yeah,
that what you saw in your dream?
pretty much. Yeah, it's also like look at the toy. It's in the same spot that I saw the child.
Let's dig up and see if it's there.
But you think you should dig down?
There's only
I
one way
mean,
to find out.
it's as good a shot as any.
I mean, okay. Does anyone have a shovel?
Don't carry around farming tools.
Everyone looking at Baluna with his bag of infinite supplies. Shovel?
He just opens his big bag, like his huge, what's it called, trunk, which is just a bag of holding, and just goes like, no. You see him pull out some like rope, like then a bundle of tools, no. Then another bundle of tools, no. Then like a vial of some liquid, no. A couple of sticks of wax, nope. Like some arrows, a quiver, nope, nope. A backpack, nope. His explorer's kit, looks down in it, nope. And then finally a couple of like round case looking things, and no. I do not have a shovel on me right now.
No.
This must be fixed. Then he pulls out his little notebook and goes, shopping list,
Oh my god.
shovel.
Bear, can't you just turn into a bear and dig? Or maybe there's a shovel somewhere in this village.
Ooh, that's
Alright.
actually a really good one. Maybe there's a shovel in this village. Let's go for a shopping trip in the village.
Hey,
I mean, a shovel trip.
You're not gonna steal anything, are you?
Here, there's nobody here. And if we need a shovel,
Well, they
Think
will be
about
back.
it. If we
we'll borrow a
save them-
shovel to see if the child is buried here. Isn't that
Okay,
okay?
here,
Sure.
think
yeah.
about it like this: until they're back, they won't need it, and we might need it to save them.
Think we need a shovel to save them?
So is there
So
like a
Paluna
farm
is-
around here?
Must be a very powerful shovel.
So
Well, we grow some crops like out back, so let's head over there.
Okay.
what Paluna's going to do is he's going to go look for lamp oil, shovels, crowbars, and anything else of use. He's just
Oh my
going to
God,
go
you're
full
raiding
fucking
fucking
looting mode. This man is just the loot vacuum of a robe has been activated in the search of supplies.
All right.
Disgusting.
Feluna, make a perception check for me.
This village is
no.
gonna get cleaned.
So I
I'm
remember
sorry,
the
Peter.
shovel and the lamp oil thing. What else were you looking for?
I'm looking for like crowbars. I'm looking for torches, whatever, poisoned healing kits, tinder boxes, just rations,
All right.
hammers.
Here's
my
the
God.
deal.
Like, if he finds a blacksmith, he's just gonna put all the blacksmith tools into his trunk of holding.
Here's the deal. Anything that contains iron, you don't find.
Okay.
Anything that contains a chemical compound, you don't find. The rations you found has been left to rot and mold. In other words, you find nothing. You find a lot of sticks and stones that may have served as toys and tools.
Are there any like shovel-looking sticks and stones?
You recall Valentina suggesting beer turn into a bear's dick, and then you realize druids can turn into other things that are more proficient in digging than bears.
Just
No,
You guys can see after like 10, 20 minutes of scavenging around, Puluna comes back, just looking dejected, like, we need to go. This place is abandoned in all senses of the word, from people to materialism. There's nothing of worth here. We need to go.
but that said,
Not so quick.
as you ran through the village with that perception roll, you noticed that whenever you were at a brisk pace, you heard a faint sound of wind chimes. But not from metal clanging, as if something wooden or hollow clanging against each other. But looking around, you don't see the wind chimes. You only hear them.
Puluna slows down to a stop. Listens. There's nothing, right?
The moment you stop,
Just-
this sound stops as well.
And then he breaks into a full sprint, like as fast as he can go, listening for it.
Easy enough to do, even with your passive perception. You follow and chase the sound of wind chimes, and you find yourself in front of one of these square huts with moss-covered roof topping, with a closed door. And on the top of the bend of the wooden roof, right in the corner of it, at the very top, you see a small chime of bones and sticks. But naturally, a chime shouldn't make sound unless there is wind affecting it directly. So how come you could hear it from the other end of the village?
Valentina,
Huh?
And
I
your
think
mic-
I
What?
found a thing!
I guess you found the thing. Come on, Beer.
Really? Yeah. Let's go check it out.
We walk to Puluna.
You gather in front of this square hut where Puluna points out the wind chime. And while walking towards it, Beer, you hear nothing. But Valentina, you pick up the faintest sound of a wind chime chiming. But you don't see it move. You just hear it.
I suppose you see.
The wind chime. It makes sound, but it's not moving.
Do I even see the wind chime? Or
You see the wind chime hanging, but you didn't hear it, as the other claims to have.
I didn't hear anything.
I think we've been going at this the wrong way. We shouldn't be
What do you
looking
mean?
for physical things. We should be looking at the magic.
Oh.
Or Valentina should be.
What?
You could see magic, right? You did that funny thing where you like did some like circles, and then you were talking about seeing the magic?
Yes.
Right, so we have a wind chime here that's chiming when we move fast, but isn't moving, and I sort of like drizzle my hand through the wind chimes to make move
Okay.
until something did this. So maybe this whole situation is not so much physical, as you know, Poluna tries to grasp out with his hand and imitate the idea of magic lines, but more magical.
Uh-huh.
And I'll be the first to admit I'm not really good with that.
Let's see what I can do. I close my eyes and concentrate, and I want to cast Detect Magic.
Alright. As you close your eyes to cast this magic and concentrate on it, the moment you open your eyes again, for the first time, you see the Feywild the same way Beer sees it. This Fey energy surrounding and encasing everything around you. A spectrum of colors you have never seen before on the material plane. And for a brief moment, you seem to be very distracted by it, as anyone would be. But then you spot it around you. 1, 3, several wind chimes hanging, floating in the air around you.
Oh, there's a bunch of wind chimes around.
What?
Do you see them, Beer? I point to the wind chimes I can see.
I don't think so.
What? There's these wind chimes, and like Poluna sort of shakes the ones that you know at this hut. Actively, like, you mean these wind chimes?
They very much resemble that wind chime hanging above the hut.
These wind chimes I'm seeing, are they just floating in the air?
They just seem to be floating in the air throughout the entire village that you can see from your current spot.
Are they moving?
Not in the moment, no.
How strange.
Are they doing anything?
No, they're just hanging around in the village. In the middle of
What
the air.
what if I run around a bit and see if they make any sound?
Okay.
Yeah, starts running around the village.
As Beer begins running, Valentina, you see the wind chimes following him and making sounds. But they form a chain leading back to the hut.
Which hut?
The hut that you're standing in front of.
Beer, they're following you.
What?
But they're tied to this hut, it seems.
Oh, what did you say? I couldn't hear you from over here.
Come back.
Run back.
The wind chimes, they're following you, Beer, but they're tied to this hut.
Oh,
Or to this
so
chime,
maybe we should just go in. No?
Yeah, let's see what's inside.
Do I remember what this hut was used for usually?
Used to be a normal depot from storing food for preservation and your general tools. Nothing of importance. And you
Alright.
definitely don't remember the wind chime.
Yeah. Okay.
Does-
I mean,
I look closer at this wind chime. Does it look like something that matches the style and architecture of the surrounding? Like, you know, you can tell if something's Scandinavian design because Scandinavia, herder. But at the same time, you can also tell if something's from like South Africa, America. It has a distinctness to it, and mostly you can see that reflected in the buildings and environment as well.
Make an, I would say, a mix of insight and nature. The nature gives you a general idea that they definitely fit in because, I mean, you're surrounded by nature and those are made of primal materials.
It's all natural componente.
Yeah. But looking around with your insightful mind is definitely not the artistic choice of the rest of the village.
I think these chimes come from somewhere else.
Well, yeah,
They're not-
obviously. I would have known if it was here before, you know.
Wait, I have an idea. What if we try to take that wind chime and move it around, and then I can see if the other wind chimes follow it?
Or we just check inside the hut,
I think we should check inside the hut.
Okay, let's look inside.
and then we do something else after. Let's just see what's inside. If they're all leading to this hut, as you say.
I
must
don't
be
know if it's to
something
this
inside.
hut or if it's to the other wind chime.
Oh,
Well,
time to find
the
out.
wind chime leads to the hut, so you know. Same.
Alright. The door, as you push up against it and move the handle, it opens up with ease. Within it reveals an interior unfamiliar to you, Beer. All the storage, all the produce and tools have all been cleared out. The shelves are left empty. There are no containers of any sort, no baskets. But at the very end, you notice at first 2 figures. A figure kneeling, wearing a brown robe with antlers and various mesh from woods entangled in their clothing and hair, their long brown hair draping down their back. And next to that kneeling figure, you see a smaller figure not needing to kneel and still shorter of stature than the kneeling figure, wearing the same kind of outfit, brown robe, with a bun tied up with various mesh in their hair and clothing, seemingly in deep concentration, looking towards an altar structure made out of a boulder that has somehow been dragged into this room, and some figurine placed on top of it, and a massive, what can only be described as a dream catcher hanging from this figurine.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing here? Just drag my axe from my back in my hands. Ready to swing.
The kneeling figure stands up, and from behind you recognize a figure of a female furbolg, the stature, the long ears, and as they turn around, you recognize the facial structure of a female furbolg. But their skin is lighter green with pimples and warts disfiguring the face, and pitch black eyes staring back at you, and the smaller statue turns around, and what can only be described as a small goblin with similar pitch black eyes looking at you. Oh, a little lamb has found its way home, I see. The tall figure steps forward while saying this.
I lean into Beer and go like, and whisper, "Is that an owl there?"
No. Who are you? What have you done with this place? Where's my tribe?
Ah, yes. Your tribe. They are in good care. You shouldn't worry too much about them. They will be all right soon.
Is she
What
lying?
do you mean?
Make an insight check. Looking up and down of this figure and the facial expression, despite the first time seeing a person and their face being so haggard by disfigurements, you get that the idea of fine is very subjective in this moment.
I feel like she might be overstating the word fine here.
What have you done to them? Where are they? Tell me.
The small figure steps forward and looks at you. Mother Superior is taking care of them. Soon they will be just fine like we are.
Like who?
We.
You?
Yes, isn't it obvious?
No, it's not obvious.
Ah, they really are the dumbest race in the Feywild. Ah, I guess that's why they make for such a good sheep to be herded. So,
What?
are you going to join us? And your friends, they can come too. Just join us willingly.
Join
Come
you
in.
where?
Mother Superior has a place for you in her home, in her coven.
I mean, I think we meant like where as in a place. You know, we can't really join you somewhere if we don't know where that is.
Ah. Oh, she has this nice little place. Oh, it's so lovely, isn't it? Ah, yes, it's very lovely. The swamp makes for such a good place to hang out. And the small village that's located nearby is such a good sheepfold.
I mean, could you give us some direction? You know, if you want to join up, we're gonna have to, you know, make our way there somehow. And
Ah, right.
I get it's a nice place, but not really sure how to get there right now.
Ah, we'll be taking you there if you so decide to follow willingly.
I mean,
Got it.
we're not done doing what we've come to do. We still have other things left.
Oh.
Like there's this other letter we need to deliver. You know, we might need to go there later on our own. Could you just, you know, tell us how to do that?
Ah, the small figure begins cackling. Sends chills down your spine. Ah, well, you can always come and visit Mother Superior back in Eredren. Such a cute living place. Well,
Who is Mother Superior?
she's the leader of our coven. She takes good care of all of us. She's taking good care of the clan that used to be living here.
Where
now
is she
we-
taking care of them?
Oh, darling, did you not listen? We just explained that.
You didn't give us
Oh.
directions.
You
She said
can't.
Eredrin, right?
Yes.
I just looked to be like, that's all we needed to know, right?
I think so.
I just pull out my bow, so
Yeah. As you said, it's like this
Yeah,
mental connection. Like I know what you're saying, and it's just starts
just
swinging. Like
absolutely goes to combat.
All right.
Just
Roll for
right there, like
initiative.
that. That's all we needed.
Yep.
Palu's just like, can I get her to say the magic words of where to go next? Fine, I got a name. That's all I needed.
All right then. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Motherfuckers.
Hmm.
You
When
better
you said female
die.
Furbolg, at first I thought you were gonna find the beer. Or wife? I mean, the other way around.
Wife? Wife? Yeah?
I mean, there's still
Your
hope.
wife?
No. Click my.
New waifu this?
25. Let's go. Still got them initiative rolls.
Hell yeah.
All right. And
Man, taken by a coven of witches and hags. Shit.
yeah, that won't be troublesome anytime soon. Don't worry about it.
That's not good.
There we go. First up on initiative order, Paluna.
Give me a second. I want to see if I have the funny. I think I have the funny on me.
You have the haha funny.
Where is it? didn't use them right. No, did I forget to pack ball bearings? No. I was going to roll ball bearings, like throw a bunch of ball bearings at her feet. Which just... I assume that witchers aren't usually Dex characters, so the whole idea is he who ball bearings. So is this how we're positioned, roughly?
More or less so, yeah. As I imagine, whenever they step closer, you would have taken one step back in preparation of whatever might happen, to not allow them to have surprise attack on you.
So, I am going to... Is this like an object in this?
That one wouldn't give you cover. That is a like thin stalk mushroom with a big cap.
And this rock, would that give me cover?
If you get behind it, it could give you like half cover, so +2 AC.
I was about to say, that's all I need for stealth.
Hmm.
So let's start by just giving her a bow shot. Of the
Which one
old
of
kind.
them?
I mean, I haven't seen the big effigy behind her move, so I wouldn't really assume that's a problem yet.
No, but there are two.
Well,
That
there's
is not
two
an
witches.
effigy. Yep.
Whichever one is furthest away.
Same.
Okay, I mean,
The right
this one
next
then. The one on the right. 17.
17 just hits.
And there's no sneak attack, so 7.
7 points of damage. The moment you hit the person before you, she disappears.
Oh, goody, this kind of thing. And Puluna just like jumps nimbly over this rock, attempting to stealth.
Alright. Go ahead and make a stealth roll.
And gone.
You feel fairly certain that you were hiding, but as you're running through the terrain, you hear the chimes following you. Is that the end of your turn?
Well. I'm going to use the rest of my bonus action to fish out my last vial of serpent venom and work on that. Yeah, turn.
Valentina, you're up.
My character's not smart enough to know that the chimes are like a tracking device. He can assume somewhat, but
Okay, I will summon Spirit Guardians.
Alright. So that's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, DC 14.
DC 14. That's an 8. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's 15.
Oh, it was there, right. 15 points of damage. Alright.
And then I would like to summon Spirit Weapon.
Go ahead and summon your spirit weapon.
In Bonk.
The bonke?
22.
Big
22
bulk.
hits.
Hell yeah.
Have you rigged your
Eight.
dice for that weapon?
It's always 8 the force damage.
Damn. Alright.
At least it's not Lucian's 5 damage on his
Oh.
punches.
Consistently 5 damage. I have no idea how.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Alright. At that point, it's the small statures, the small female goblin looking creature's turn. Prejudice, as if they haven't just taken any impact from any of that, walks over to Beer and slowly reaches his hand out and caresses your arm. And as it caresses your arm, I'm going to need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving. Oh my god.
You are considered poisoned. Ness's main action is going to do a multi-attack. 2 claws on you. That's a 13 and a 15 to hit.
The 15 hits.
I'm going to need you to roll another Constitution saving throw for me.
You can't possibly do worse. It's only up from here. Let's go!
Alright. Dark, familiar necrotic energy seeps into your skin, but you seem to manage to resist the effect from it. You take 14 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
At the end of his turn, the ground underneath all of you seem to be moving in some way. I'm gonna need all of you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Nah, man,
No.
you can't say the ground is moving and make strength save. Dex save! Dex save!
9.
You can't do this to a rogue!
My rolls are so bad.
As you're standing there, bony hands pierces the ground underneath you and
Wait,
grabs
I didn't mean
onto
to
you.
make that.
I will allow that. No, right? No.
That was a misclick.
Yeah. I mean, I was about to say, were you justifying some kind of advantage, but then I realized you weren't.
No. I'm not justifying shit here.
Right.
If I was going to say like I have advantage of this, I was gonna link alert.
All right. You all seem to be restrained in place by these bony hands grabbing onto your feet, and Beer, you recognize these hands as being the bony hands that grabbed the child in your vision. All right. Next up is the other entity's turn that vanished, and it now reappears, standing on top of the rock, looking over the whole scenario unfolding. Looks at Poluna, knowing exactly your location. The dark eyes. For a
Joy,
brief
it's gonna be
moment-
this shit.
For a brief moment flashes, and I'm gonna need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20. Let's go. Finally.
You feel a sense of fear oncoming you, and you manage to shake it off.
Paluna just gives her the bird twice. Like, just absolutely sees her trying and just like, fuck you.
The creature looks towards Beer and Valentina, waves his hand, and a dark mist circulates the fingers around, and as if throwing something, a small black entity appears between you two. An entity of no mass, shape, or form. It just stands there.
Menacingly?
Just stands there. And that's the end of his turn.
Is the black shape affected by my spirit guardians in any way?
Nope.
Oh, by the way, this creature should have taken damage on its turn starting or staying
Oh,
in the
right,
Spirit Guardians as well.
True. Valentina, please roll damage for your Spirit Guardian.
Yep.
Good call, Bia.
Thank you.
I have too many things to keep track of.
Yeah, I just thought of it.
For 8
16,
differences.
and it's a saving throw. Alright, that's a 13.
That's a failure.
Alright. Beer, you're up.
It was you that took my tribe away, and now you shall pay. Rage! Ah!
Angie!
Big Angie, and then I will do some reckless attacking, which makes it
Alright.
a normal roll. This is on poison, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Check that. That's 14.
14 misses.
We'll do another one. That's a definitely miss.
That definitely misses.
Big Angie.
Mm.
Alright.
At the end of your turn, you take
Take them.
2 points of poison damage, half to 1. And you get to make the saving throw once again, a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 17.
You manage to shake off the effect that seemed to be making you sluggish.
Alright.
Alright. Paluna, you're up.
So these hands grasping my feet, are they holding me in place?
They're holding you in place, yes.
Do I have any kind of save to get out of them, or do I need to take an action, or?
You can use your... I will allow you to use your bonus action considering you're a thief, and just consider cunning actions to quickly slip out of something as a disengage feature. So if you make a acrobatics check for me as a bonus action, if you want to. You manage to slip out of the bony hands, and you're free to move around.
I'm just calmly going to walk up here,
All right.
get a clear shot on this one, and then I'm going to shoot her.
All right. You trigger sneak attack, but no advantage.
God damn.
13 misses.
And what else are we going to do? I'm going to make my way up here.
Making
That's
my
it.
way.
All right.
For any
Making my
critical
way
roll
uptown.
enjoys. No one.
What?
No one got the reference.
Did not get the reference.
Did not get the reference. I'm sorry.
Every time they in the campaigns of Critical Role, every time anyone says like "making my way," they all sing like the
Oh, that way. Oh,
like,
that
"Making
thing.
my way." Da, da.
Oh. I thought you were saying something else. My bad.
Never mind. Never mind. Too late.
The big sad.
Rip.
Never the mind.
Never mind.
All right. So, Valentina, you're up.
Can I use my spiritual weapon to attack the bones holding me restrained?
I would allow that, yeah.
Alright. $26. Natural 20.
Damn.
I would dare say that hit. Yes.
Looks like they're about to go bon voyage.
Oh my
Holy.
fucking god.
19.
Wait, that's max roll as well.
Actually, just fucking true high rolling going on over there.
Fuck is that?
That is a.
The bony hands just doesn't disappear, they shatter
Hell yeah.
God damn.
everywhere.
Go- ugh.
God
Good
damn,
ones.
boy.
That was a bonus action.
That was a bonus action.
So
Don't you mean that was a bonus action?
So we up to 3 strikes now.
I will. Hold up.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Hold up.
Something ain't right.
I can confirm that I now have a controller in my hand and I'm holding the up key.
Okay.
I will attempt to cast a level 2 guiding bolt at this big target with antlers.
The big target with the antlers. Go ahead and make a. The guiding ball flies wide. And I'm going to
Guiding
need you to
bolt.
make an intelligence saving throw.
Huh?
The moment
Uh-oh.
you send your guiding ball flying, the black immaterial mass next to you changes its form and for a brief instant appears to be Kira, looking horrified,
What the fuck?
and it sends a shock into your head, and you take 7 points of psychic damage. As the shadowy form afterwards resumes to be an immaterial mass just hovering in space.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna need you to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you maintain your Spirit Guardians. You managed to do so.
You.
Right.
Alright. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
The small goblin-looking creature once again looks at Beer and holds his hand up to his mouth and begins coughing up like a cat a massive black hairball-looking object and throws it at you, Beer. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw with advantage because of danger sense, I guess.
18.
The black goo scatters across you, and you take 12 points, half to 6, half to 3.
Alright.
But in that moment, the greenish necrotic energy still resides across your body, and you feel a bit sickly. The creature is once again. Never mind. The creature afterwards pulls his hands into the ground, seems to be grabbing onto something, and from the ground pulls up with an immense force a dead-looking creature and begins to violently devour it in front of you.
What the fuck?
And it seems to be recovering from some of the damage it's taken.
Wait, what did it pull up? Like,
It seems to be like a small dead animal carcass that it began to then aggressively devour, not Furbolg.
That reminds me, Spirit Guardians
out
is
of
still
the
there.
ground.
Yeah, the roll spirit guidance damage. Good call. And
Jesus Christ. Keeps going higher and higher.
What are these absolute fucking rolls you're pulling out of nowhere?
Yeah, you're carrying this fight. What the
he's
fuck?
cheating, clearly.
Absolute murder cleric.
Alright.
Each animal carcass, Spirit Guardian just comes up and slaps like, no!
No, don't. Once again, the area around you seems to be rumbling. I'm gonna need all of you to roll dexterity saving throws.
40.
Oh, a strength saving throw. Sorry, that was a miss. Same effect as last time.
Yeah, that's not fair. 9.
Really? Do I have to roll strength again?
Unfortunately, so yeah. That hurts. Y'all are grasped once again by the bony hands retrieving the ground.
Why?
It is now the other creature's turn.
Guess I'm not moving.
Valentina, from around you begin to hear whispering telling you to fall asleep. I'm gonna need you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me. You feel yourself getting drowsy, but you just barely manage to catch on and keep yourself awake. The tall figure then annoyingly claps his hands, and 3 after images seems to be appearing around it, just standing closely by it.
Oh, that is hilarious. Using mirror images against spirit guardians? That surely won't go wrong.
Here.
Just...
You're up.
Alright. I'm not poisoned anymore, right?
You're not poisoned anymore. You attack with advantage if you so desire.
I will desire that. A reckless attack, so I get advantage. 2 strikes on the little creature in front of me. 1, fuck you, and 2, that's a 16.
16 just misses.
No!
Both times I'm gonna need you to do an intelligence saving throw for me.
Intelligence saving throw.
Yes.
That's the first one, and a 13.
13. Okay. You take 21 points of psychic damage.
Oh my god.
As this shadow entity in a brief moment jumps in front of you with every attack, and you see the after image of Smallbeer being cleaved in two.
That is not good. Yeah, that's also the one type I'm not immune to. Oh, resistant to. 21, you said.
21.
That's a lot of damage. Bonus action, I will use a healing potion.
Alright.
Because that's not looking good. Okay, so I get 13 back. And I use one potion. Okay, that's my turn.
Paluna, you're up.
This was the one that summoned the shadowy entity, right?
No. What's
That
the tall one?
By 1 weakness, psychic damage.
Okay, so I'm going to try to slip free of these bones again.
Alright. Make an acrobatics check. Easy enough. You managed to break out the bones.
And I am going to use steady aim to get myself advantage. Unless you think that shouldn't count when I'm breaking out the bones.
No, you have technically haven't moved, so you haven't spent any movement.
Then I'm going to give it a more, well, planned shot. 24
On which one? On the small one?
on the one in melee for the rest of the
Okay.
group, yeah.
You do also get sneak attack from like having advantage.
Yeah.
You would also get it in the other one. But yep, 24 definitely hits.
Yeah!
56 points of
Damn.
damage.
And it gets to roll a con save.
It gets to roll a con save.
Oh, yeah, the poison.
Yep.
Interesting. Even with advantage, the highest I rolled was 7.
That fails, so it gets to take 14 extra points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Hmm.
That's
Have
40
40
points of
damage.
damage. What the
Jesus.
fuck?
And as the arrow pierces it, it vanishes from sight in a puff of green smoke. Very much the same that a taller one did earlier.
All right, move on to the next one, guys. And I, as an archer, just another arrow, start drawing, and that's just what's going to happen next, and slowly turn my sights to the next one.
All right. Valentina, you're up. And at the start of your turn, you know that your Spirit Guardian pulsates, but it finds no target.
Right. Am I still grappled?
You are still grappled by the bony hands, yes. Well, yeah, you failed the second save as well. Yep.
Okay, I'll use my special weapon again on the bony hand.
Go for it. She just can't miss. That's insane.
An
Let's
8, of
go.
course.
An 8 again? That's nice. The bony hands once again just shatters and bone mass is scattered through every side.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Okay, so I will walk over here. Now my spirit guardians should reach this other creature.
The moment you walk, I'm gonna need you to make an intelligence saving throw for me. You take 13 points of psychic damage.
What the fuck?
And I'm gonna need you to roll a concentration check.
One second. At a constitution.
A concentration check, yeah. So you just barely managed to save and maintain your Spirit Guardians.
Clutch.
Go ahead and roll for your Spirit Guardians damage, and I'll see if it saves. For 12, it doesn't save. It takes 15 points of damage. And now it's gonna need to roll a concentration check. It manages to maintain its concentration.
Alright.
I feel like there's a running trend here between the spellcasters.
Who can concentrate the most?
I also have an action left.
Alright.
I will just try. Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead. That's another wisdom saving throw. That's a 16 this time. Is it no damage or half damage? It's saved.
Half.
No, that.
Oh, is it no?
It's no damage. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a cantrip. That would be OP if it still did
Oh,
damage.
right. Alright, that's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn. It is now.
Honestly, if anything, I feel like it's kind of like, oh yeah, it's a cantrip. I was like, it seems like kind of shit, but no, it's a cantrip. I
Yeah.
realized that if it was half damage, it would be a bit busted.
And it
it's the
deals
highest damage
2d12 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At 5th
let's
level.
not-
That's a
Let's
lot
not
of damage.
forget that Eldritch Blast exists.
I mean,
Eldritch Blast is bullshit of the highest class trip.
right, but that's like several other modifiers. This is just by itself.
True.
And in the 2024 rules, you can use all the Eldritch Blast modifiers with Toll of Dead. It works on all cantrips.
Yeah. Don't think I ever will play 2024. It seems really weird.
It seems weird to adjust to new rules when these are so solidified with some.
Maybe it's fine, but
Yeah. I haven't seen
This
anyone
feels
jump
very
into that
weird.
rule set yet. No. Alright. It's the smaller entity's turn. And it reappears behind Oren Paluna. Slowly walks up to Paluna. And from his hands, long, green, rotten nails extends and attempts to attack you twice. That's a 22 and a 9 to hit.
The 22 hits. The 9 does not.
I'm gonna need you
what's
to
your,
roll
what's your
a...
AC? Sorry. Is that maybe too meta game?
That's 15.
Never mind.
It's fine to metagame. You would know the AC eventually. Alright. You take 11 points of necrotic damage, and I'm gonna need you to roll a constitution saving throw for me.
As you can see, I forgot to turn off my advantage. Not that really changes anything.
Your maximum hit point is reduced by 11.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, he says, like it doesn't matter.
So I'm just gonna mark that down as a curse.
Alright. And once again, this small entity is gonna pull his hands down into the ground and pull up yet another carcass and begin to devour it viciously in front of you, Paluna. Recovers some health. I roll 3 nat ones.
That's what you get for
Good.
taking my HP, bitch!
That's fair. Alright.
Does it end its turn?
It ends its turn. You get to do your free
Paluna
movement.
He moves.
Luna just steps back and starts raising the one like, oh, you shouldn't have done that.
Nice. It's now Lair Action's turn. The ground begins to rumble around you,
Oh no.
and you stand there anticipating the bony hands to come up from the ground. But nothing happens. Now the tall entity's turn. It looks over at Valentina with the 3 after images next to it.
It started in the Beyblade.
It did. Valentina,
Yep.
go ahead and roll.
Also, don't they just like eviscerate mirror images on contact? Or
No, it has to be direct attacks.
fair enough.
That is a 20 to save, so that's 8 half to 4.
Yep.
And then it has to do a constitution saving throw. Concentration check. Same thing. With a 21, it retains its concentration.
Okay, buddy. No need to boast about your rolls, okay?
Oh, okay. I guess we can all just disable our rolls and not show anything. It's gonna look over at Valentina, and his eyes for a moment flashes, and I'm gonna need Valentina to roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
There you go.
Boom!
For a brief moment, you feel fear overcome you, but you just shrug it off. You've seen worse.
Lamau, I went to Darkmund. You think this is scary?
It's gonna walk up to you and attempt to attack you twice with long, elongated black fingernails. That's an 18 and 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Alright, I'm gonna need you to roll another wisdom saving throw for me. And that's a fail. You take 14 points of psychic damage.
Hmm.
That is, that's not as much the claws, the nails directly impacting you, but more so the black shadowy after image that seems to go through your armor and affect you directly. And the effect that overcomes you is a strong sense of fear. You're considered frightened, which means you can't move directly towards your target, and you have disadvantage on any attack roll against the target
Oh,
as long as you can see
no.
you. And you lose your spirit guardians.
Oh no.
Beer.
This is
You're
not going well. I will move over here. And then I will try to hit this creature.
Go ahead and attack.
And seeing as I've missed a bunch, gonna try and be a bit more calculated with my swings. So no great weapons. That's a 26
Then definitely hits.
and a 23.
Then
I
definitely
find it
hits.
ironic. Both of those were hit with Great Weapon Master.
Yeah, I know.
That hurts.
That's an nice roll. 18 points of
Ayo.
damage and
Alright.
13.
Alright.
Are you sure that's not just set to 2 rage damage, or is it just static
Well,
modifier?
rage damage is always 2.
Okay.
But good looking out considering what happened last time. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for that now.
So, Beer. I'm gonna need you to roll 2 intelligence saving throws.
Yeah. That's an 11 and a 1.
You take 16 points of psychic damage.
Ooh!
And it's gonna need to roll concentration check
16.
twice.
Wait, but it has better images now. Don't they like take the hit?
Oh, right, I need to roll to see if they take the hit. I completely forgot. Thank God for looking out.
Why am I helping you?
Oh, okay. The first hit doesn't go through and a mirror image disappears. The second hit actually does go through. And on his first concentration check, it rolled an 8. So the shadowy entity behind you disappears.
Okay, so I don't take the full psychic damage, maybe?
It happens instantly as you try to swing the weapon.
Boo!
And since it was the second one that went through, yeah.
You suck.
You say loudly to the big entity before you. Yep.
Yeah, bonus action. I will let out a giant roar
Rawr.
as Bear is no more.
Oh, he dies.
Big
What?
Bear is here. I
Big
was
Bear
here
Bear?
to a
Bear
bear.
is no more. Bear is more.
Nice.
I can't put it over my token for some reason, but yeah. There we go.
Alright.
Yep, that's the end of my turn.
Noted. Paluna, you're up.
I take a stance with my steady aim.
Alright.
Costing me a bonus action, and we shoot at the one that touched me inappropriately.
Oh, kinky. How do you roll 2 3s and then 2 9s?
I am amazingly consistent, okay?
Incredibly statistically unlikely consistent, but yes, good job. Those both miss.
Well then. This is the part where I would, quote unquote, love to be able to drink a potion. But I've used my bonus action steady aim.
Don't you have 2 bonus actions as a rogue?
Well, one of them is reserved for cunning action.
Ah,
This action can only be used
I see.
because thief is the bold, escape free thing. Na 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 na. I mean, I guess can't really hide in plain sight.
Certainly try.
Yeah, that's my turn.
And that's your turn. Valentina, you're up.
Okay, am I still frightened?
Let's see, is it at the end or start of your turn?
End.
It is end of next turn. Yep.
So I am.
Yes.
Okay. I will attempt to use vampiric touch. So that's with disadvantage.
Just to help you a bit, you can flank with beer to at least nullify the disadvantage. To make
She
it a
can't move
straight roll.
towards it.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, she can't. But you can target this guy.
wait, why can't I?
Can't
Well,
move
she-
towards the target. Can
she
only
still
move away.
True. Well, it's
Oh.
moving around it towards it.
I would say so. Yeah.
No,
I
that's fair.
mean, that seems logical, no?
I don't know.
True. Oh, yeah, I would say so. Good call.
Okay, I will still try.
All right. Roll with disadvantage.
16.
16 just misses.
It's also totally okay to swap targets in this fight, I think.
Yeah, you could have. You don't have disadvantage on the other guy, right?
Correct.
Does my spirit weapon have a disadvantage?
No.
Just flies over. Bonk!
Yeah.
Flanking bonk.
Oh, that's
18.
Yeah.
That hits. Is it a consistent 8? Oh, 9. Improvement.
9. like,
Damn.
moving up
Nine.
upwards.
Um,
9.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
all right.
Do have some critical watches.
The small creature looks towards Paluna, seeing that Paluna is not the greatest shape. Pulls his hand down in the ground, and from below you, Paluna, familiar skeletal hands appear and attempt to grasp onto you. I'm gonna need you to roll another strength check
Fucking
for me.
strength save. No, it's a 13. No, the advantage baited me.
Well,
No!
this is not the lair action, so the DC is lower. The amount is
Yes!
The green creature looks at you. Unlucky. And begins to walk toward the giant bear that has appeared.
Did she just ignore me? Oh,
Oh,
that's not okay.
that's definitely okay. Don't you worry about it. I'm gonna need to roll a d6 real quick. Oh, doesn't get it back. Unlucky. It's gonna attempt to swipe twice at the bear. That's 12 and 13 to hit.
They both hit.
Right, bear AC.
Yep.
That checks out. So that's 21 half to 10 because of rage. And I'm gonna need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
Okay. I'll just roll a con on the bear. That's an 8.
That's an 8.
And another one?
Yep.
12.
Ironically, the maximum health point of the bear is reduced by 21 points as well.
Wait, I take 11 points and reduce by. Wait, so how does that
Oh,
work?
right, you reduce it, right. So, you 10 points of maximum health down on the bear. I forgot the halving.
Okay, so yeah.
Hmm.
Like that matters.
Yeah, exactly. You're in bear form. It's not
I
gonna
just take
stick.
2. Yeah, it's not like I'm healing or anything.
No.
That's fine. I take 10 points of damage.
10 points. of
But I
damage.
couldn't heal 10. Okay, it's fine.
Hmm.
Not the
Alright.
most useful of thing.
Once again, the entire area around you begins to shake, and you anticipate the bony hands to protrude from the ground. And nothing happens. It's now the tall entity's turn, looking at Valentina, trying to attack twice with their claws. That is 18 and 10 to hit.
It both misses.
They both miss. It's going to look over at the massive bear for a moment.
Why didn't they hit? It's quite the mystery.
Oh my god.
So that's what, 5 at this point? When do I start incurring a penalty? Well,
I don't know. You're the DM.
eventually I will have to.
Just kill his character.
Beer, in your head, you hear whispering, "Hush now. Go to sleep." I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Alright. 3.
The bear slumps over, fast asleep. Bear, it's your turn. You get to make another wisdom saving throw at the
Welcome,
start of your
Bear.
turn.
3.
You continue to be fast asleep,
God damn it.
hibernating in the mid of combat.
Oh no. My rage drops as well now. Because I
Right.
did that.
Peluna, you're up.
So,
I guess if I still get
she
it,
is considered flanked, right? She is flanked by the sleeping bear, right?
It's not a threatening target, unfortunately.
It just fell asleep though. Like it's not like it's something that, just immediately becomes non-threatening. It's still a thing.
It has to be a threatening target, something that imposes a risk to it.
Fuck you.
Also, it would only count if you're in melee with it as well.
I mean, I have movement.
Yeah.
Hey, you wanted to do the stab.
Yeah. Instead, I'm going to drink ein health potion. Let's start there. Na health potion numbers. La da 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 da. Wabam.
I just wanted to remind you that your maximum health points were reduced. So as you drink the potion, it takes no effect.
No, it does.
Oh, you have reduced your maximum health?
You
Yeah.
already had damage,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, I was wondering why you had 20 health point, but and I looked on your con
No,
score and I was like, no, that checks out.
That's maximum health. And then I'm going to 1, 2. Pull out my daggers as I go. It's shanking time.
Shanking time. All right, go ahead and shank her.
With advantage, because
Go.
she is.
Absolutely.
Go
Flanked.
British style on him.
Mhm.
Give him a British. 17.
17 just
18.
hits and 18 hits.
Bada bing, bada bam.
Well, only sneak attack once.
No, it's per attack, right?
No, sneak attack is once per turn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, once per turn. Never mind. Ignore the. Yeah, whichever one. You
Brilliance
want.
damage. It's still 30 damage. I think it just. It's alright. It's alright.
Sneak
How
attack.
does Peluna want to do this?
Are you?
So, what's more appropriate? Now, rule of cool. Rule of cool exists for a reason.
Hmm.
He looks this witch in the eye. And just keeping eye contact, sprint over to the other witch and just one dagger in the heart. Like, both of them in right near the heart. Not breaking eye contact as it just slumps over. And then points. You're
pretty
next
cool.
for that stunt.
That's pretty goddamn cold. Alright. So,
Also, are these things up here something we're not supposed to notice, or?
which ones? Oh, they were the. Don't worry about that. I was wondering where they went. I was doing some readjustments to the map and then I couldn't find them.
I know.
Uh,
I was like, is this man about to go like, oh, you didn't notice the things in the corner?
No, I'm colorblind
You
and
failed
couldn't
to
see the green
realize the
tokens.
perception trick.
Yeah. Awesome. As you step in, it doesn't succumb and fall onto the ground. More so, it begins to just fall apart in fragments, revealing a skeleton beneath it, and then the skeleton collapses in place. Is that the end of your turn?
seems like stealth doesn't really work against these guys, so... Actually, no. Dash action, up here.
No.
All right. You still hear the chimes following you. Valentina, you're up.
Alright. I'll walk up to this goblin. And, attempt to use consume.
Go ahead and roll a melee attack roll.
What the fuck?
Unfortunately, that misses.
Spirit weapon. What? That's not lore accurate.
That's not roll accurate.
Where did damage go?
I run up to the goblin and stare at his little face, and I do nothing. That's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn. The goblin is going to walk around you.
Triggers an attack of opportunity from spell weapon.
How? Valentina, you get an attack of opportunity, a regular attack roll with your equipped weapon. $15 misses.
Aw.
You see it bend over its fallen companion's remains and seem to pluck something from the pile of bones and holds it up, and you notice this is an eye within some kind of metal facet. It tears a scar and rift open down his forearm. Blood spills out and it coats the eye in his blood. Mother Superior, I'm returning home. Claps the eye against his chest, much like in a similar fashion from when you fought Camille. Everything goes white for a second, then black. And I'm gonna need Poluna and Valentina and Bear to roll wisdom saving throws for me.
What is a dexterity saving throw, you motherfucker?
Ooh, what?
Two nat 20s?
Oh, I've
Managed
been rolling so
sneaky
shit,
good.
and on this I roll good.
Mm.
Yeah, makes sense.
Uh-oh. No. Oh, no.
It's almost like we've been here before.
No. Oh, no. Don't do it. Not again. Paluna ain't ready for another one.
Valentina and Bear, you both take 8 points of damage. Valentina and Bear takes 8 points of damage, and Poluna, you take 16 points of damage.
Do I recognize this as like another one of these magic explosions? Alright, yeah.
It's
More?
weird because when it happens and everything flashes white and goes blank, nothing happens or emanates from the goblin, but you feel like the worst headache of your life. You lose vision, you're frightened, and you can no longer recognize your surroundings in any way. Imagine being teleported to the astral plane hovering in space. That is how you feel right now, but you're blinded and terrified of these surroundings that you've never been in before. And every time you think you see something moving, you see figures you're not familiar with, but figures you should feel compassion for, longing for, like the dearest families, while you should hate them in some regard, like have disgust for the ways that the Wood Elves live, or some captain-looking figure you should be recognizing, but don't for some reason. Terrified that something might happen to them, and they keep flashing in and out of existence in various worn-down states of either illness or battle wounds.
So, as this epileptic seizure of astral madness descends upon Poluna, Valentina, you see Poluna drop everything in his hands, his bow, fall to his knee as he clutches his hands in front of his eyes, screaming, "Ah! I get stuck!" and then he starts puking in the middle of this whole thing too,
Jesus.
like out of his mind as the horrors themselves are unveiled upon him, and he wishes to unsee the visages, but not even closing his eyes stops it as he presses his palms into his eyes, swapping between screaming and dry heaving vomit onto the floor. Make it stop!
Where the goblin was, once again, the same image has played out with the goblin slowly dismantling, and then piles of corpse with the trinket lying, and piles of bones with the trinket lying on top of the bones. Beer, you wake up after taking this damage.
I drop my bear.
And we are now out of turn order.
What happened?
Paluna in this miserable state.
God. I run
He
over
is
to Paluna.
screaming out of his mind like he is seeing shit. I assume these are, until you say so, permanent.
It lasts for an hour.
I'll put a hand on Paluna's shoulder and I'll try to cast Remove Curse.
As the energy seeps from your hands and into Paluna, it seems to extract something from him. And this madness overwhelming Paluna seems to subside.
Do I get my hit points back?
Nope. Not until you finish a long rest.
Oh, it's only until. Thank God! I thought this was gonna be like 30. Long list of things in this game. They'd be like, haha, those hit points are gone, bitch.
And we're not quite at that level yet.
Paluna, are you okay?
Yeah, I was like, it's a little early, but I also could expect them being thrown around really. No,
What happened to you?
I'm not.
I think I fell asleep there at the end. It was so boring.
How can you describe? It was so wrong. The colors were wrong. The
do you
weave of the world was off. Its kilter. It was all spun wrong. The
What are you
tapestries.
talking about, Valentina?
Oh.
No.
were hard. It hurt so much.
I reach a hand out to him. Do you think you can get up?
I grasp it and sort of stagger weakly up. Oh, yes. But man, do I need, like, a warm meal and some sleep. Oh, mortal
Okay.
eyes were not meant to witness such madness.
I'm exhausted. Let's check these bodies and then we can stay in the cabin.
Yeah, at least there's roofs
Yeah.
overhead here.
Could be safe here, I assume.
Over to the two corpses and I start looking for anything of value on them.
The only thing that seems to be of value is the trinket that the goblin was holding before everything flashed.
I pick it up and look at it.
The moment you pick it up, a familiar sensation overcomes you. As you realize it's a trinket you're holding in your hand. It's an artifact.
Interesting. This seems to be like another artifact.
Oh. Can you tell what it
Oh.
does?
Fucking course it would be.
I try to see if I can feel any type of what kind of artifact it is.
I have written the effects of it.
Oh.
And it seems to be of a twisted divine nature.
Seems to be some kind of divine item.
Okay. Well,
Whatever
you
that
can
was,
keep
it didn't
then.
feel very divine.
No, it kind of twisted.
Yeah. Small bear, you can come out now.
I pocket
Yeah,
the
that-
eye.
Be a roll a perception check for me.
7.
While Peluna and Valentina passively see Smallbeard trying to hide behind a bush with his obvious butt sticking out with a stealth roll of 9, Beer, you looking around, completely oblivious to his position.
That makes sense.
Do I see the fact that Beer is just not seeing him?
I would say so, yeah.
Paluna just says, "Well, it's a start," and he just
Where is he?
points a finger when you ask that to where Small Beer is.
I don't see him.
Doesn't that round-shaped plant look a bit obvious?
No. Come on, buddy.
I just in
Ghost-
the direction where Small Beer's head would be. I can see you. You need to work on the butt. It's sticking out.
Oh, I was really worried about you guys for a second. That flash, it really was unpleasant.
No kidding.
Well, you did good by hiding. I'm
I
proud
just-
of you.
Thank you. I did what Peluna taught me.
Well, I didn't see you at all, so you did a great job.
Thank you. So, is your home okay?
I don't think so. He said something about Mother Superior and a town called Erdrin. Have you heard of that, Small Bear?
No, it's not my town that I come from. Do you think my home is safe?
I don't know.
Oh
Wait,
no.
should we go check your home? Do you know where it is?
I have never seen the monolith markers from your home. I don't think we live close by.
Oh. Well. Not sure what we should do here. We should probably take a rest and then think of something in the morning or something, but don't think there's much to do here now.
I mean, we could make a new tribe here, a new clan, just you and I. You can be the I know I want to be the elder. I can be the elder, and then Valentina and Beer, you can be mother and father, and Peluna, you can be my annoying brother who I try to compete with.
No. Just give me a moment.
Smallbeer, we're not living here. I mean, no offense. I mean, it's a lovely place, but we're here to bring back the tribe, hopefully. Beer's tribe.
Besides,
Yeah.
we know what the goal is right now.
What?
We're gonna have to find Eredrin.
Think so?
But first, we need to
I
rest.
mean-
I'm exhausted.
That's where their Mother Superior is. And I agree with Valentina. We take
It
a
is,
nap,
but
we go back to Lord Edmund's Wand, we fulfill his request, and ask him if he knows where Eredrin is.
that sounds.
We've got a
like good idea.
location. Now we just need to chase it down.
And we know who's responsible. It's Mother Superior. She sounds very powerful, though. Maybe that's what my god meant, that I shouldn't, go to the
Well-
Feywild to save them.
It's also entirely possible, that this Mother Superior doesn't live here. She's in the other realm. So you couldn't save your people from the Feywilds because
Oh,
they're
that's
not
true.
there.
Maybe Eredrin is in the, what do you guys call your world?
Ball of dirt.
I mean, this
It's
is the
not-
Feywilds, and you have the astral plane, and what is your plane called?
The material plane.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, the material plane. Maybe that's where Eredrin is.
It seems like our best bet because all we're gonna do here is get more lost. And I have a feeling you guys don't really name your places that much in the Feywild.
Can Bear do a history check to see if he ever heard of the name Eredrin?
Go ahead and make an history check.
Well, that was to be expected.
Maybe it's the name of a plant. Hard to tell.
Can I do one too with my valuable 0 int?
Go for it.
Ayo.
Yo! Have I heard of
It's interesting because you kind of left that past behind, the Wood Elven territory. In
No.
general, the Elven territory.
No,
And
man.
Eredrin reminds you of the name of an Elven city, but Eredrin was known to be a small village that people who weren't interested in the high Elven politics seemed to flee to, where they no longer wanted to be a part of Elven society.
You can just see like Paluna's in the middle of like going towards a hut as he stops, and like just can see his entire body just like, you know, both the man looking at a eureka moment, but also just being 110% done with it, and just like, I know where Eredrin is.
You do?
What you do?
It's back at the Elven Forests. It's home.
Wait,
Oh.
Enclave for people who don't want to do politics. Oh my fucking god! We're going to the most boring place in the material plane. You know what? I'm happy there's a plot. Finally, someone did something in that stagnant. I'm so proud and so disappointed at the same time that it's a coven kidnapping.
you're
Joy.
happy? You're happy that your hometown like kidnapped my whole tribe?
No! I'm incredibly disappointed. It was sarcasm of a... You know how some people just never seem to amount to anything. That's the Elven Forest. It was just one big place that was never moving. And you know what? The first thing I find out after 100 years of living there and spending like 30 years or so away, or whatever, how long it was, the first thing you find out is that congratulations, the place you left for being too boring now has a coven called kidnapping of people from another world. It's not boring. It's still disappointing. It could have gone any other way, except maybe burn down that like that Lucian fellow's place did, and it would have been better.
Oh.
Didn't have anything to do with this, did you, Baluna?
Oh, you best believe I didn't.
Come on, Bear, you know it didn't. Been in a coffin for 30 years.
Well, we don't know that. It's a bit convenient that we find you and then my people have been kidnapped by in a place that you're from.
Tell me about it. It's almost like there's some greater forces, Paluna shouts in the sky, that's toying with us. See what you're doing? Don't appreciate it. Going to bed.
Can I do an insight check?
Make an insight
See
check.
if he's telling the truth. 17.
You are seeing a peeved elf. One that has been, on a personal level, insulted by the world yet again. Like the infinite snow pile.
You're
He's
fairly
telling the truth.
certain that there's some deep frustration within Paluna about this whole situation. That the reminder of an elven home is not a necessarily good reminder in any way. And can I get Valentina to roll an insight check?
Mhm.
Seeing as Paluna is too frustrated in the moment to be able to realize something. In that moment, Elven homes, you have been told before that the continent is divided into the human society on the eastern continent and the Elven Fae society on the western continent. Additionally, you recently found a note on two Goliaths talking about causing trouble in the eastern part of the continent. Something seems to be brewing.
Remember those Goliaths we fought? And their note about causing harm to the eastern continent? Maybe this is connected somehow. If this Mother Superior is staying in the western continent.
What would my tribe have to do with that?
I don't know.
Convenient chess piece.
And why would
Nefarious schemes of evil.
these creatures,
I have one thing.
whatever they are, work with people from the other world?
That's a good question. Well, I know where we're heading.
Damn straight we are.
If that's okay with you guys, obviously. But I would like to go there.
I feel like it's only appropriate. I have a bone to pick with just that whole situation in general.
Yeah, and I didn't really get the feeling that my tribe is safe when I asked, like, the witch. Just like, yeah,
Oh, no.
they're
She was-
fine, but she was definitely
She was-
lying. So
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I picked up on that pretty easy. I think she has a very twisted definition of fine. You know, the kind of
Exactly.
definition, a experienced criminal might have when they're, saying that the officer's fine.
Right.
what about you, Valentina? Are you okay to make that journey?
Yes.
Will be a long journey, probably.
Hopefully we won't have to walk the whole way.
I'm sure we can find like a passage on a ship.
Yes.
Get, like,
If
some
only
horses
there
or
was
something.
this noble guy we just did the job for, who had convenient.
Yeah,
means
he
of
still owes us.
transportation.
I would kind
We
of
still
like
haven't gotten a
to
price.
go
like,
to
what?
Eastwatch maybe first.
Okay.
Why? Do we have any business there?
Well, I really need to make a new amulet for myself, and I thought maybe blacksmith or maybe the Wizard Academy could help.
Well,
don't know how to do
Eastwood's
it.
garrison is a trading post. There's usually all sorts of odd jobs and ends that can be found there.
You think?
It's a bit closer than Eastwatch as well. So
Okay.
that might be
If
the
we can-
better place to go to.
And besides, if we can't find what we need there, we can always just find another place on the road.
It's really important.
Yeah, I hear you. We can make a stop somewhere and figure that out first before we go to Eredrin.
Okay.
Alright. Should we set up camp here? I mean, we can just pick out one of the huts and sleep there.
Alright. Is one of these huts where you stayed, Beer?
Well, I prefer sleeping outside, to be honest, but
I've noticed. I was kind of curious about that, if there are beds in these huts. Or does all Furbolg sleep outside?
it depends. We have the elder; she would always sleep in the main hut.
Let's go there.
No, we couldn't. We shouldn't. That's for the tribe elder. You can't go in there and sleep.
I have a reason. Besides that,
What's that?
if anything, weapons or tools that might help us get your tribe back is there. We should bring it. I know it may seem a little bit
go
callous
ahead.
of me, but
I'll Sorry, go ahead.
I know it may seem a little callous of me, but I feel like we shouldn't pull any punches in trying to get your tribe back. And that includes bringing any weapon or tool from here that could help us in that.
I appreciate that. How about you guys go ahead and I'll check this hut, see what these two creatures were doing inside, and
Okay.
I'll meet you there.
We go to the central hut and start setting up camp.
All right.
Me and Valentina, I assume.
The most notable thing in this hut compared to the other huts is that there's a somewhat lifted bed off the ground with a moss covering across it. But that's the only thing that
Nice.
sticks out.
What is that? Point at the moss bed.
It's a bed.
No, where's the blankets and pillows and the silk?
Moss is just fine.
What? You can't be serious.
Balloon just looks with a straight face and no, absolutely. Moss is like one of the best blankets you can ever find. Like, it's so squishy and soft. You just fall right into it, you know? Nothing to be afraid of.
I walk slowly over to it and touch the moss.
Very soft, very comfortable. Slightly on the dry end, as no one has been tending to its
Oh, it is rather
freshness.
soft.
I mean, if you could like summon some water, we could, give this place a quick cleaning and it'll be good as new.
Yeah, I suppose. I look for a bucket to summon some water in.
There are plenty of woven baskets around, but no buckets.
Do not worry, I have infinite water skins.
Oh,
I have 3 water skins. We can just use one of those.
So no shovel, but a bunch of water skins.
Yes.
Understood.
This man is a sailor. What does he need a shovel for?
To dig
Dig it.
water.
To dig a poop hole? Ba-dum.
Wait, if you're a sailor, don't you like dig up? No, that's pirates. Dig up treasures. I was gonna say, but that's a pirate.
Yar!
I know. I like it, when I thought about it, it makes perfect sense why Paluna doesn't have a shovel because his entire profession has just not been using shovels. You don't use shovels.
Makes sense.
Beer.
Yes.
You're going to investigate the storage house.
Yeah, I wanna look at like the altar that they were looking at.
So once again, this boulder with a figurine on top of it was something looking like a dream catcher hanging from it.
Mhm.
In the dream catcher, you notice a symbol of a crescent moon with a skeletal hand reaching through it.
Symbol of a crescent moon. Okay. Does this symbol is that familiar to me in some
No,
would I've seen this before?
unfortunately not.
Anything else in the room?
On top of the boulder, there are like bird remains and whatever kind of creature remains you could imagine you would find in the Feywild. Seemingly in either some form of ritual or sacrifice manner. And you do recall seeing them in deep thought or prayer when you walked in on them. But that's the only thing that seems to be in the room.
Okay. Before I leave, I take my axe and smash the dream catcher.
Alright.
Then I'll head back to the main hut.
Alright. You join your comrades who are debating whether or not to flush this entire room with water to clean it up.
I mean, we've just been, with water skins and a bit of this and that, cleaning it up.
What are you doing?
Well, the room looked like it could use a little bit of, work. Bed was a bit dry. Most of the wood material's been sitting out too long. So, just layer of dust, give it some water. Fresh as new. Can sleep with a roof over our heads for once instead of out in the wilds.
All right.
and properly maintain it.
I guess you guys can sleep inside. I'll just sleep outside. But before we go to bed, does the symbol of a crescent moon and like a skeletal hand going through it, does that mean anything to you guys? Have you seen that before?
Luna and Valentina, please make a religion check for me.
Tulun is like the least religious person in this group by so much.
What's your reckon?
I retract my previous statement declaring doesn't know what religion is.
You're looking
Well,
at
she
the,
renounced her own religion, so.
looking at the symbol, and I mean, it looks as usable, or it seems to be as usable, the description of it, as Valentina's current holy symbol.
Well, it looks like a divine symbol. What do you want from me?
Well,
No,
I was
people
wondering
pray
if
to
you
these.
knew like who it was, like what kind of god.
Honestly, at these days, gods feel like a dime a dozen. I just saw like lump them all in together and then they're off to the side. There's tomorrow, but yeah.
That's
I
fine.
think this Mother Superior is working for a god.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but or maybe
I
she
feel
is
like-
a god, or
Hmm.
I feel like that's a pretty okay way to what's it called? Just generally sum up the situation. Someone working for a god or a god making someone work for them.
or maybe she's like one of those avatars.
Maybe.
That could be.
Oh, I
it,
hope not. We'd get our ass kicked in a moment.
Yeah, well,
You can just
I'm
see
sure we'll be
Paluna's
fine.
face just like start scrambling, like, oh, we're gonna have to talk to Edmund Swan about that one. He might actually know if they're an avatar.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. Paluna
Alright.
just takes out his notebook and starts writing down, like, yeah, Adrian, living place, elves, coven. Leader of the coven might be an avatar, need to confirm. And then, like, an angry smiley face next to it.
So, anyways, are you guys good here, or you need anything?
Just sleep, I guess.
All right. I'm gonna sleep outside. There's this one spot that's kind of my favorite, so I'll just be going there. I'll see you guys in the morning. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
dear.
you can show Smallbeer your favorite spot.
I will. All right. Have a good night.
You too.
Hey, Smallbeer, you wanna go?
You make a perception check for me.
Why do you make me do these rolls? They're so bad. 9.
Looking around, you don't see Smallbeer anywhere. And as you're walking outside your hut to look around for him, you hear,
Did I scare you?
Oh yeah, you did. Where did you go, buddy?
I'm practicing. Paluna said I should practice.
Well, I can almost never find you, so yeah, that's pretty scary.
Awesome. So,
So
is,
yeah, you're doing a good job.
is everything okay with? Are we going home or are we like?
Well, we found out that the Paluna's old home is where my tribe is now.
Well, it wasn't my old home. It was just like
Oh,
one of the
Well,
places in my old home, right? But
uh,
I didn't explain that properly. Paluna was angry.
it was in the region of where Paluna used to live, not his direct, like, here's my family, but also regional.
well, Bear didn't pick up on that, so he thinks it's just his home.
Wait, Paluna kidnapped your family?
Well, he says he didn't, but I'm not too sure just yet. But
I just started liking him.
well, yeah, don't stop now. I'm sure he didn't mean it.
How can you not mean not to kidnap someone?
Well, he didn't do it personally. That's impossible. He was in a coffin for like a bunch of years, so
Did you put him in the coffin?
no.
How do you know he was in there for a long time then?
Well, he said. Actually, yeah. How would I know? Well, I don't think he was lying, so.
Oh,
I have a good feeling for that, I think, but. Let's keep an eye out at least, yeah? Till we know for sure.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out. I'm gonna sneak behind him, and if he does something suspicious, I will shoot him with his own bow.
Mulbeer's gonna have to get real fucking good at sneaking if he wants to sneak up on me.
Yes, I'm
That
busy.
is an uphill fucking battle, dude.
Well, yeah. Just don't do anything crazy, okay? Like, don't attack him.
Don't do
I'm
any-
sure we can figure it out.
I don't
Small bit.
think I could hit him anyway. I don't know how to
Yeah.
shoot this thing yet.
He will teach you.
The irony. That's the word.
Yeah.
Irony.
He will teach you how to defeat him.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, I was gonna show you my favorite sleeping spot in the village. So,
Oh.
do you want to come?
Wait, so you get to have your own personal sleeping spot?
Well, yeah. Like, there's some huts that are used for like everyone, and then some people have like their own hut. I couldn't really be bothered with that. I just went outside of the village, like a few meters, like a few hundred meters, and then I have this nice tree that at the bottom has this sort of like tent where you can just nestle in, and it's really cozy. So I was gonna show you that.
That sounds amazing. In my clan, we just all sleep in a pile. Like a few of them are like bears, and they sleep as bears, and then we like cuddle up against them.
Oh yeah, that's what some of our people did as well, but I couldn't really turn into a bear before, so or maybe I can do it now if you want to. You can sleep like next to me.
I can do that.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
All right.
That's gonna remind me of home. Thank you, beer.
That's good. Okay, let's go to my favorite tree.
Yeah.
Happily skips alongside.
Yeah, we walk for like 50 meters or something, and
Oh,
this is
okay.
like nice tree.
All right.
Well, this is it. What do you think?
I mean, I
You see
think I
how
will-
at the bottom there's like this little indent that you can just lay in, and you're like nicely protected.
Can we both lay there? Is it
Oh,
like
you
a bit-
go in, and I'll transform into bear, and then just
Oh.
sleep next to the tree, and you'll feel like really nice and cozy.
Thank you, bear.
And he goes over and hugs you tightly.
Oh.
So,
It's been a long day.
yeah,
Those people, they were really scary, but they didn't see me, so I guess I'm getting really good at hiding.
yeah, I think so. I didn't see you at all. I was really worried that I couldn't see you, so I guess you were really, really good at hiding. Yeah.
Yeah. One day I'll be of use to you, bear.
Oh, but you already are. You're of
But-
big use to me.
One day I will be better than Paluna.
You already are, buddy. You know why?
Why?
Because you give me a reason to keep going. Make sure you're safe.
Does
That's
that
you.
mean I get to come with you all the time?
Well, it's still up to you, but yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Yes, I get to be an adventurer. So can we go to like an adventurers guild and I can get like one of those necklaces and then we can talk to each other all the time? Since Poluna took the one that you gave me.
Yeah, sure. If we see like any guild, then yeah, we can get one.
Awesome.
Although I don't know if there's like a minimum age you need to become like an adventurer.
I can just look like you, and then think I'm you, and then
Yeah,
yeah.
sure. Sounds like a plan.
And he jumps into the dent, into the wood, and nuzzles up against the tree.
Alright, I'll use my wild shift to turn into a bear and nestle next to him. Basically, like blocking him inside of the tree, like no room for escape.
Cozy.
All right. Poluna
We
manages
tries to say goodnight, but it's just like some growling.
I imagine we're just like cleaning this hut slowly, like making a bed. I'm roasting some food over a fire, like the stove or whatever area is like used to prepare food. Just, you know, making a good meal. Like, so tough day, huh?
Yes, it's a long day. So much walking, so much forest. I guess
Yeah.
you're used to that.
It can get a little bit too much at times.
Mm.
Honestly, if anything, I prefer the sea.
Yeah, the sea isn't so bad, I guess. I wish the
You get
rooms were
places
finer.
without walking. The rooms.
Yeah, the cabins
you-
in the ship, you know?
You just need to get on a proper ship, not some of those dinghies that keep going around everywhere.
Hmm. You're probably right.
A fine ship in the army, now those have some good rooms, but sadly they also expect you to fight for them every now and again.
Oh.
But yeah, like if you ever end up having to pick and choose a ship, find something like the local navy or like at a royal force. They have way better ships. Like messenger ships and cargo ships are, yeah, you know, just
Well.
so lower class.
I see. I didn't know that. Maybe we could add something like that to Darkmount.
Well, if that whole city is going to be prosperous, it's going to need a fleet of merchant ships and cargo ships, and all the boring ones, and then it's going to need some of the good ones. It's all like ship logistics, and it'll come with time, because eventually it all makes sense just one by one. Then you need one of those ships, and then the next kind. It kind of just all adds up.
Slowly nod along like I understand.
Eventually get a fleet in like Amarda, and someone gets an idea like, ooh, I can use these ships for something. Then someone does a stupid war, your ships are burned down, and you're back to square one. And if you don't keep enough good ships, you know, then someone else thinks that you're an easy target, you get in a big tiffy, then someone throws a fireball of all things. Like, could you believe it, a fireball? 2 ships burns down, it's a total rout for both sides, no one wants to go near the waters, and guys are pointing fingers at the wizards for being irresponsible near flammable tar. Like, you know, who throws fireballs when there's tar on everything? Just Poluna's rambling at this point while, like, chopping food with a knife from his rations.
While he's like rambling on about ships, Valentina's just nodding along and then pulling out a bottle of blood casually from her bag of holding and drinking it. Casually.
It's
Nice.
very casually.
Luna isn't paying attention. He's just like making his cooking while ranting about ships.
All right. Anything you guys want to do before he goes to sleep?
Watch schedule? Question mark? Are we just both too tired for that?
Hmm. I guess I can I can stay up for a little bit.
Right. Wake me in 4 hours.
Alright.
Then I'll take the rest of the night. I go and like shut the door, lock the door. No, lock the door, then shut the door. And yeah, basically just lock up a room like usual, like you would do if there is such a thing. Here, put a chair in
No
front of the door or
locks.
something, and then
Yeah.
just put the bedrolls on and go to sleep.
All right.
Notably, not on top of the mossy bed, on the bedroll.
Persuading Valentina to lie in it and then afterwards not doing anything similar. Okay. Yeah. All right. Breast finds you and you all fall asleep. Beer. You find yourself in a familiar place, as if you're watching your village from above. Looking below, you see two entities meeting. One entity, a familiar one. The same entity you saw in the forest with all the animals. And another entity, hunched over with long arms reaching all the way down to the ground. And in a flash of a moment, both seem to be engaging against each other. And that's where your dream ends. And that's the end of the night. As you've all completed a long rest. And all
Was that
come
dream
to
mine or beers? I missed that.
beers.
It was beer, right? Yeah, right? Yeah.
You've all completed a long rest, and a new day begins.
Long rest. Ah.
Ah. Get up. Well, I don't get up. I just wake up Valentina at like the break of, well, don't know if it's dawn, but like light.
Good morning.
Good morning. Ready to go get on with it?
Yes, I'm ready. We're going back, right?
Yep. And hopefully we don't get that lost.
Yeah.
I hope. Because this definitely isn't the kind of forest you get lost in all the time.
Surely we'll find our way back to the ley line and then back out of that forest too.
Oh, that one's easy, you know, like... Actually, no, that's just more of this forest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, you know what? It's just gonna be... I love adventuring as much as the next guy, but... A forest that you can't navigate is a bit boring at times. Well, the opposite word of boring. Overexciting. Too annoying.
I'm sure we'll be fine. We're really great adventurers after all.
Beer.
Yeah.
You wake up, seemingly still in your bear-shaped form, which is odd, because wild shape should only last an hour for you. But you still somehow retain the form throughout the night. And as you wake up, you find that the nearby nature has almost surrounded you in small beer, in a small hut-like structure, naturally forming above you.
Good morning, beer. Ah, that was nice and warm. I haven't slept this good in a long time. Are we gonna have some beer?
I dropped my my wild shape. Good morning, small bear. Did you sleep well? That's good to hear.
How did you sleep, beer?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's like I was back home, you know. Well, I guess I am, but nice and comforting sleep.
Do you think the others had left? So we can make our own
I'm
little
pretty
village?
sure. Yeah, well, about that, I don't think we're gonna stay here, to be honest.
It was worth a try.
Well, you said you wanted to adventure, so
Right, but we
You
can
can't
also
adventure
adventure
here.
here. Like I can sit on your shoulders, and you can like run at them, rawr, and then I can shoot with my. Oh no! What I'm gonna do when I'm run out of arrows?
well, you could just make new arrows. Make them. Get some sticks. Get some pointy rocks. Tie them together. You have an arrow.
That seems easy. I can do that.
Yeah. Well, let's go check on them, yeah?
Yeah.
And you
Proceeds
can
to
sit on my
follow you.
shoulders if you want to.
Oh, awesome! I'm gonna be like 2 tall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll just
yeah. Mhm.
grab him underneath his armpits and just,
Whoa!
in one big swoop, lift him over my head on top of my shoulders.
Awesome.
Alright, here we go.
Hmm.
Hold on. And stop making my way back.
All right. You are now all gathered inside the Elder Hut, gathering your belongings.
Hey, good morning, guys. How do you sleep?
That's alright. How about you guys?
Oh, it was very nice.
Was it nice being back in the Feywilds?
Yeah, it just feels like you're full, like you're whole again, you know? I guess
Yeah.
you would know the feeling as like being a Dampier, you know, you're not really yourself. And then you got turned back into a vampire, and yeah.
Yeah. Ah,
I,
What a
I,
good
I would
feeling.
assume it's something like that, you know? Just, you feel whole, like
yeah.
everything is just the way it should be.
I understand.
Yeah. Well, even though that's the case, I think we should try and make our way back.
Yes, at least now
We have
you
a
know
long
how
journey
to
ahead.
come and go from this place.
Well, yeah, we don't know if we can go back, but I assume we can.
Of course we can.
How do you know?
Well, we saw those footsteps coming to and from the ley line.
Honestly,
good.
that's a pretty good reason.
Yeah.
So, at least-
I'll believe so.
We know we can get in and out. The problem's just, finding our way out.
Well, have I led us in the wrong direction so far?
Surprisingly, no.
What do you mean,
It's just-
surprisingly?
I mean, nothing.
You didn't have any faith in me? Wow.
Faith in you?
You think you know people. They do something.
Honestly, Beer, my problem's just that I'm used to being the guy who has to point out the way, and this place has knocked that right out the window. I couldn't tell you what tree is gonna come next down the road. I used to be able to do that. It's creepy.
Yeah, well, that's how I feel when I'm on the material plane, so now you know.
Good to have you. I'll be in your safe hands, Mr. Guide.
Alright. Grab your stuff, and even though it pains me to say this, we should leave my home.
Yes.
Go back.
You lead the way, Beer.
Pack up my stuff, get my bow and, various adventuring stuff in order and start moving on.
All right. You gather your belongings, pack up camp, and I assume you want to return the same way you came from.
Yeah.
All right. You have a general sense of direction as you know somewhat where that waystone marker is, and you proceed to follow that general direction, making your way through the woods. And after half a day, you close in on the cart that you encountered on the way in, knowing that just a few minutes away, you might be near where the ley line is. Any preparation before you proceed?
Well, it was pretty easy to find a way back.
Yes, Good job, Beer.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, the Feywas change a lot, but
How
they don't
in the
change
world are
that
you
fast,
this
you know?
good?
But you just think about spending your whole life in one place. You gotta know all the ins and outs, you know?
That thought has occurred to me, and I violently rejected it.
Yeah, well, maybe your place is super boring, but as you can see, like, this place is pretty amazing, no? The colors, all the... Well, we didn't see that many, like, crazy animals, except the big frog, but... Trust me, there's plenty more, and...
Oh, that reminds me, what kind of creature was it that we fought? The big one.
What do you mean, the big one? The frog?
No, the ones that were in the hut. The one with the antlers.
Oh, well, that was just a furbolg.
Really? But it was green.
Oh, yeah? There's different colors, furbolgs.
I mean, it also looked very unmuscly.
You have, like, some
You know?
grey ones, some blue ones,
Oh.
green
see.
ones.
Huh.
Yeah.
So you're telling me they aren't all like giant gorillas of men?
I know, they're all pretty big.
One of them looked like a goblin, like small
Yeah,
thing.
well, that wasn't a furbolg. At least I
Oh!
don't think so.
Okay, I was confused there for a moment.
I think that was one of those smaller orcs.
An orc?
Can't have been an orc. Orcs are tall, you know?
I don't know orcs. Wait, we've seen only one orc, right?
No, we fought a bunch of them.
The king?
You fought
Oh,
a
yeah.
bunch when you ventured out towards the
Yeah.
vineyard.
Ooh.
I'm sure we can organize for you to meet some more.
Oh, God. Why?
Rocks
Just
fall
why?
or
That's
in
my,
dice.
that's my question. Just why? Anyway, should we just head in? Like,
Yes.
I guess we should be on the lookout for that creature still, I guess. But yeah, other than that, we should be good.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. As you walk towards the clearing that you very much came from, you see the same kind of ley-line greenish northern light effect transpire before you. This wave of energy weaving in and out of the ground and in between trees, like natural waves following the motion of the wind.
So, should we all hold hands again?
I mean, it worked the first time, so never change a winning formula.
Yeah, seems like a wise decision.
Okay, let's do this.
Grabs beer and grabs Valentina's hand.
Okay, on 3, and 1, 2.
Begins running, dragging you guys with you. And as you enter this ley line fey energy, I'm gonna need one of you to roll a d8 for me.
Go ahead.
Oh. Fuck. Alright, doing it.
All right. As you, very much like when you entered this area, you proceed to walk through this green energy, and without any nauseous feeling or anything transpiring before your eyes, you just seem to be walking, and you find yourself back in a familiar spot. You look around and you notice the same tracks, your own tracks, leading into the ley line that is now behind you. You're back in the very same forest that you came from.
We made it.
It worked! Awesome!
Now we just have to find our way out of this forest.
Yeah, not so familiar with this one. But I'm sure
Well,
if we just walk in
The
one
stars are
direction,
back, so
Oh yeah, maybe you can figure how we get out of here.
I mean, this fort isn't as, I'm gonna say, enchanted. I feel like it's the right word to describe the Feywilds.
Yeah, it's a bit
Uh,
less.
If I remember correctly, take out my map and look at where Eastwatch is and roughly where we are.
we-
Should be look
We
up.
should head
Yeah,
west,
done.
right?
Yep, west. What time of the day is it roughly?
Early morning. Just early morning.
Well, sun rises in the east. At least in settling in a fun location, as the California Chili Pepper sang.
Oh my god. The California chili peppers. Hey, no way. God damn it.
Red hot chili pepper. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, west what it is.
that's what it is. And as you proceed
That's,
to walk into the forest, once again making your way through a tightly packed, dense woods, that's where we're going to end today's episode. And you all level
No.
up to level 8.
Ayo!
What?
Crazy.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
The time has come. One more level and the bullshit begins.
Wait, really? What kind of bullshit?
You guessed
The 45 movement speed.
Oh. Well, that was not the bullshit I thought it was. I thought it was you talked about reliable talent. Well, that's level 10 or 11. Never mind.
Yeah. But I'm honestly heavily considering what's it called?
Oh,
Vanilla.
Multi-classing
Yeah.
Arcanacha?
Go.
Yeah.
I'm
Good
very much
shit.
considering multi-classing to fighter to pick up
Yeah.
archery.
Yeah, Arcanacha thingy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I know
Nice.
reliable talent is just real good though. Like,
Hmm.
oh.
I do want to say that you can definitely plan your characters around that probably hitting level 18 to 20. So
Hey, yo.
keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah, I'll do. Okay, I get an ability score increase. So, step 1,
Feet.
motherfucker!
We love feet.
Yeah.
Huh? Wait, what?
You got so angry that he rolled twice and then proceed to roll over. The game
Yeah, you
just
have to
doesn't
take a
want
second
it.
roll, then.
Honestly, I slammed my table,
Yeah.
and that's what hit the mouse again. Okay.
Are there any
Well-
cool level 2 druid spells?
I thought you were gonna say are there any cool feats, but no, you're
Oh,
druid. Yeah,
I'm mega cucked. I cucked myself.
yeah. You well, you get level 2 druid spells. Congratulations. Enjoy.
Well, if I take druid, but I can also take level 6 in barbarian, but
Hmm.
the totem warrior barbarian level 6 thing is pretty shit.
Hmm.
So if I go bear again, right, on that, you gain the might of a bear. Your carrying capacity, including maximum load and maximum lift, is doubled. And you have advantage on strength checks made to push, pull, lift, or break objects.
And you have that
Wow.
already from being a furbolg,
Yeah, like that's so
And-
useless.
and we don't use carry weight. So
Well, I have a fucking bag of holding, so everything goes in that. Then you have the eagle one. You get, like basically sight up to 100 feet away. You can see everything, and then you don't get disadvantage from dim light. So I mean, okay, fine. Then you have the elk. Whether mounted or on foot, your travel pace is doubled. Like travel pace is everything, you know. Like
Mm. I mean, you're still limited by the speed of your teammates.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then the tiger gives you proficiency in 2 skills: athletics, acrobatics, stealth, and survival, which I pretty much have already. But I guess I could get acrobatics and stealth. But I mean, yeah.
Oh
And a
man, I
wolf
could
gives
get
you can track other creatures while traveling at fast pace. And you can
Ooh.
move stealthily while traveling at the normal pace. Like that it's just none of those are like cool, you know?
They don't
Exciting.
scream beer who is violent and aggressive, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess it makes up for the 3rd level where you take the bear totem and you get resistance for all types of damage. But
I do want to say that the whole thing being psychic damage was a pure
it's-
coincidence. I had no idea that you were gonna go bear totem thingy. So I had already made your storyline and what entities were gonna fight you. So it just happened to line up with.
it's good. Yeah, makes sense.
It makes sense then your main story will go towards something that you're weak against. That's
So fair enough. But I mean, like I'm just
Oh,
saying,
no!
it doesn't really
Okay,
invite taking another level of barbarian. That's all I'm saying.
So Mickey, I so I was looking into feats.
mm-hmm.
I actually think I need to like send this one by you before I take it because it feels. This one actually makes me feel uncomfortable that it might be overpowered.
Let's have a look.
Elven
like-
accuracy.
I'll just balance the encounters around what you guys are capable of. I think I have a fairly good feel for what you guys are capable of.
Yeah,
So
it's going well
Nah,
so
but
far.
like, I would like you to read Elven accuracy and like thumbs up or thumbs down because that just seems like fucking luck on my character, just straight up.
I mean, luck is a feat I don't mind people using. So if that's the,
Do you know what it does?
I'm looking it up.
It doesn't feel right. Okay.
I'm just
Like, I want
taking
you to
another
say,
level of
okay.
barbarian.
Elven. What did you call
Accuracy.
it? Elven accuracy. Why can't I
Yeah.
find it on defeaters list? Am I?
It's in the
Oh,
what's
there
it
it
called?
is. You have to be an elf or a half elf.
6.
Oh, so that's a third advantage.
It's free. It's triple advantage, dude.
That's fine.
It's a
Brilliant.
bit. All right, let's go. +1 dex and triple advantage. Maybe I don't need to fight her. Maybe I just need to like absolutely funny. You heard me.
What the fuck is triple advantage?
So whenever I attack with advantage, I can re-roll a dice. Triple
Ah,
advantage.
nice.
That seems a bit strong.
Seems good.
Beer looking down at his elemental artifact powers, like, yeah, seems good, I guess.
Okay. We're definitely not taking bear this time because that is fucking useless.
But isn't it just replacing? I don't recall you.
No,
just...
you can choose anyone for each tier, basically, right?
Oh,
You
I
can
recall
use-
like that's me having BG3 knowledge. When you do that in BG3, you just replace the one you have.
Nah.
Interesting.
It
Oh,
says
this gave
at
me a
6th
extra
level you
100
gain
roll.
a
Let's go.
magical benefit based on the totem animal of your choice. You can
Oh,
choose
cool.
the same animal you select at 3rd level or a different one.
Cool.
I
So
guess we'll take Tiger and get 2 proficiencies.
Alright, so all I need now is some kind of magic bow. So I stop getting hit by these fucking DRs every time.
I mean, you do have a dagger of returning, you know.
Shut the fuck up. Is that a longbow?
And no, it's not a longbow. But it's a.
That's right, it isn't.
You want to use a longbow? I see. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I'm now proficient in acrobatics and stealth.
Hey, yo, beer's gonna outcompete small beer.
Yep.
Small beer is just me like, I'm tired of watching this guy stealthing around. I'm taking Paluna stealth class too.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if my character were ever to die, like Smallbear is definitely my new character, and he's gonna be a rogue as well. So
We can definitely talk about that.
I think that would be so funny
It would.
if we were like step into Bear's footsteps. You know?
Are you gonna try to backstab with a great axe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a rogue barbarian druid multi-class. There's no way
Absolute
that can go.
madness.
There's no way that can go wrong.
We gotta find an axe that is finesse based.
Yeah. Anyways, what else did you guys get at level 8?
I just,
Something
I
cool?
mean, we get a feat.
Ah,
Yes.
Feat ability score increase. So
what feat? You take Elven Accuracy?
yes, and it also gives me +1 to Dex. So it's Elven Accuracy,
Yo.
+1 attack roll, +1 armor class, +1 initiative, +1 Dex saving throw, +1 to a lot of my proficiencies. So I have this now.
Oh, that's sick.
I have +10 stealth.
What do you take, Emma?
To go Warcaster.
Oh,
Wow!
that's pretty good. one.
Valentina's not gonna drop her concentration ever.
And
Mm.
I can also use
oh.
spell as a reaction instead of melee.
Yeah, that's great.
Does that work for cantrips?
It is for cantrips. It's for a melee cantrip.
It didn't say melee cantrip. Or whatever.
Hey, you can use any spell.
Any
Ah,
spell, any melee spell.
It just said
Yeah,
spell.
spell must
Oh,
have
cool.
a casting time of 1 action.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, cool.
Could be a cantrip or like a level 3 spell or whatever.
That's me with brain damage from Baldur's Gate, because Baldur's
Mm.
Gate locks you to shocking grasp.
Oh.
Because Warcaster gets a bit strong when you start like Eldritch Blast as a reaction.
She had Eldritch Blast.
Everybody
Not
who's
class,
not a
it's
warlock
You
wishes
just
they had Eldritch
find a
Blast.
cursed artifact that has like a patron inside, and then you multiclass it. There you go.
Oh, now honestly,
Hey, you just
this
picked up
talk of-
a cursed artifact.
Yeah, I did.
Well, I
this
don't know.
whole
if
like
it's
talk of Warcaster makes me want to make a orc paladin that's built like a 40k orc.
cursed. Oh, yeah.
Warcaster.
The 40k orcs are the best orcs. So.
Why does
In
the
the- in a-
machinery work? It just does, because they believe in it working.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
believe hard enough, and then
The
it will work.
absolute unshakable faith that yes, this thing will unga.
Yeah.
You want to go faster? Just paint everything red.
Mhm.
You want
And then it
to
actually
make it
goes faster.
blow up more? You just paint it yellow. You know, like that's how it works.
The machine
if
gun
you wanted
is
to-
powerful.
And if you want it to be stealthy, you paint it purple.
Exactly. 40k orcs, they're the best.
They are sorely needed comic relief in that universe.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
it is
so
a bit
happy
dark,
I
isn't
rolled
it?
high for a health for once.
Hell yeah.
Good
might-
shit.
It might even be considered a bit grim.
Grim and dark, you mean?
Hmm? It's entirely possible.
Or grim and dank. That's that's a subreddit, grim dank.
It's a fun
That's a-
subreddit.
There's some good memes on there.
There are some solid memes.
Alright, well, thanks for the session. It was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for the session.
Before you guys leave,
Man. Oh.
I cannot
Merry
attend
Christmas.
session
Yeah.
next week
How dare you?
you?
because I must move. I must
Hey,
Engage in-
congratulations.
lose.
So you
Is
signed
I
the
get-
contract.
another day that we could play? Or
Well,
just no availability all week?
from next, I get keys the 14th, so the Friday next week, and I lose my keys to my current place. What's it called? The Monday. So I have one job during that weekend, okay? And leading up to that weekend, and that's moving.
That's fair.
That's
prepping
all
for
I'll be
moving.
doing.
Yeah. You're packing.
But Thursday is the 13th, so that's you don't even have the keys yet.
Yeah, but
No,
he
but
probably
he
has
needs-
to
he needs
You
to
pack
best
his stuff.
believe that the only thing that's happening on that date is anything that is not in a moving box goes into the moving box, including but not limited to the first screen, the second screen, and maybe the PC.
You just do that on the. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. Alright, so no session next week then.
More time for me to prepare. I just want to say, I made you roll a d8 to see where you popped out in the world. You could have popped out anywhere on the continent. You
Oh.
rolled literally the place you came from.
Hell yeah.
So that gives me less prep work because I could have prepared for any place. Oh god. Well, thank you. I
The
appreciate
plan
that.
was like, I'm going to make it so that they might end up like really far away from their goal.
Yes, or on
Or
it.
really
Funny.
close to it.
Man with bad jokes rolls the same place on his table. You little cunt.
I can't believe how many things you rolled on the money on, because when you were looking for the ley lines at the start of the session, I was like, roll a d6. There is 1 in 6 for you to roll the exact place. You fucking rolled the exact place. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you enter the other side. Roll 1d6 to see if you find any interesting encounters there. You rolled the one that could result in money. Unfortunately, your otherwise perceptive fellow didn't find whatever was there. But I mean, and then when you come out again, you roll the exact thing too. Yeah. I mean, that's
So what you're saying is that even though we didn't seed, we got lucky on a silly level.
yes. Stupidly lucky.
Kind of feels like when we were in the Wizard's Tower.
Like this session could have been a 2-session part with how many things you could have counted on the way.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm just walking in one direction. Hey, we made it. Like, wow, so easy. I'm really good at finding my way back to home. You know,
So silly. For sure.
so funny.
Wow, like this is
It,
quite a quick session. I didn't expect us to go this fast. Meanwhile, the DM, you have no idea.
You're speedrunning my content.
just throws away like sheets of paper
Yeah.
behind him, like, oh, this is not needed anymore. Fuck this. Throwing everything out.
Aw.
The 30 other encounters he had prepared for this place is like, I guess they're going in the reuse basket.
I just imagine me
Hopefully
sitting there with like 10 folders, like, okay, these goes in the trash.
Into the shredder, into the shredder, into the shredder.
Mm,
Oh well.
shit.
Thank you guys for the session, and I'll see you whenever Oren is done moving.
Yeah, good luck with the moving, Aaron.
Good
Yep.
luck, Oren.
Next time you see me, I will be in a newly painted apartment of my own, which
Hell
I
yeah.
own,
That's awesome.
Nice.
and which I can drill holes into the walls.
Oh no.
What the fuck? Why do you think
Finally,
it sounds so evil?
Just get this.
I have control.
Aaron's gonna run into his new home and start drilling holes in the wall, okay?
Look, one of these days I'm going to play in a campaign where it's expected to be like some kind of evil alignment, and I'm going to adapt that kind of voice as a personality, and it's going to be great fun.
You're gonna need a better mic for that then, because you cut out half the time when you start being loud.
That's because I have a noise gate on in respect for everybody else.
What? Well, that's fair, I guess. Stop handing.
I know how-
us.
I know how loud I get. Like, I just imagine you guys hear me go like, "Ugh,"
Yeah.
and just cut out in the middle of it.
Yep. Yep. All right. So, once again, thanks for the session and good luck with everything. And I'll see you guys in the future.
Yo, bye.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching, guys. Next D&D session will probably be in 2 weeks. Have a good one. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.